Sports Bash with Mike Gill, 97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City.
Isn't it about time for somebody's favorite radio program?
Yeah. 97.3 ESPN presents The Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
When I'm driving, I got a guy on the radio who talks to me. I can't see him, but he talks to me.
Now, live from inside the Ocean Casino Resort Studio, here's Mike Gill.
Welcome in to the Sports Bash. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill today. We are live at the Tropicana inside Chickies and Petes. Nick Earnshaw filling in today alongside Pete G, the on-site producer, and Josh Henning back at the 97.3 ESPN studios. We have a great show lined up for you today. We're going to get into a bunch of different things. We have a jam-packed lineup of guests, so it's going to be a fun one. Stay tuned. And by the way, happy Festivus to everybody out there. It's my favorite holiday, PG.
Happy Festivus. No bagel, no bagel, no bagel.
No bagel whatsoever today. We have a lot to get to. We're going to talk about Festivus in just a moment. We got a text board question that I want everyone to get involved with at 609-403-0973. So we'll get to the text board question in just a moment. Our guest today, 2:30, Jovan Alford from Fansided, going to join us to talk Eagles, Sixers, Phillies. We'll get his thoughts on everything going on the Philly sports spectrum. At 3:30, we have RB Philly Take, podcaster, Sixers podcaster. Does a great job breaking down the Sixers. We'll talk to him about where the team is at right now. 4 o'clock, football at 4 with Adam Kaplan inside the Birds and Casey Joyner, One Thought Every Game at 5 o'clock. So a bunch to get to today, but we're first going to start with the Philadelphia Eagles. Listen, they clinched a division over the weekend. First time in 21 years, back-to-back NFC East titles. Haven't seen that in a long time. I was a toddler the last time that happened, PG and Josh. Listen, you're heading into this week against the Buffalo Bills. And for me, this is an opportunity to get guys rest. I know that Adam Schefter over the weekend put out the report that Lane Johnson and Jalen Carter are going to be available to come back. I understand that. However, they should continue to sit. And the starters should continue to sit. Now, my proposal, and I want to get your thoughts at 609-403-0973 on what you think of my proposal. Over the next 2 weeks, you play Buffalo, you play the Commanders. You remember last year, you sat everybody that final game. No ifs, ands, or buts. You're going to do the same thing this year. Final game of the year against the Commanders, sit everybody. The tweak in this year is that you play Buffalo. You have 2 weeks. They really have no shot. It's like 0.8%, 0.9%, whatever it is to get the 1 seed. That's pretty much out of it. You have a relatively low percentage of chance to get this 2 seed. You're basically going to be the 3 seed. You're around 90% chance you're going to be the 3 seed heading into the postseason. So guess what? You play your starters 1/2 against Buffalo, and it's going to be cold up there in Buffalo. It's a Fox game. Tom Brady, Kevin Burkhardt, Aaron Andrews, Tom Rinaldi are going to be on that call. So, you know, it's great. You have the A team calling the game. It's okay. You're going to have the B team on the field this Sunday, because there is no way you want to get hurt going into the playoffs. And I know the other side of the argument is, well, the offense doesn't look great. You want to kind of get some camaraderie. You want to get Lane Johnson some snaps. You want to get Jalen Carter some snaps. That's not happening. You sit everybody after 1/2 of football. That's it. Even a quarter, I wouldn't even mind. But 1/2, you get the guys reps. You sit Carter. You sit Lane Johnson. They're coming in fresh for the postseason. You don't need any injuries heading into the playoffs. You don't. And you're relatively set in that 3rd seed. So my proposal is 1/2 of football for the starters this week against Buffalo, and they sit the rest of the season until the playoffs are good to go. PG, where am I wrong on this?
I would play the starters the entire game.
Get out of here.
And let Week 18 be that rest game, that little mini bye that everyone loves to do. But this game against Buffalo, I think, is too much of a measuring stick. The importance of this game going to Buffalo, facing an offense and a quarterback in Josh Allen that you're probably going to face a similar caliber type offense in the playoffs. So to get these guys, especially Lane Johnson and Jalen Carter, those guys need to play. I mean, those guys haven't played since, what, Detroit?
First of all, Lane Johnson.
Those guys need to play.
How long has he been in the league?
He probably wanted to play 3 weeks ago, right?
Yes. However, you got to save these guys from themselves, PG. Lane Johnson needs to sit on the bench, chill out for the next 2 weeks. You want him healthy into the postseason. I'm taking no chance. They have practice. They can get plenty of reps in practice. Fine. You have a couple weeks to do that. You are not risking up in cold Buffalo, in that stadium, in that frigid temperature. No way am I sending him out there. He is too valuable. This team elevates. That's your anchor on both offense and defense with Jalen Carter as well. You cannot start either one of them.
Don't you think this game should be a measuring stick of where this team is
not one
going
bit.
into the playoffs?
Not one bit. I am just waiting for an injury to happen. Everyone is banged up by this time in the season. If you can rest guys as long as possible, you get them a half. You give them 1 half, PG. Okay, that's what you do. That's how they'll get their reps in. They'll play a half. Everybody will be fine. We'll sing Kumbaya heading into the bye that you made and created for yourself. Because you're really pretty much out of for the top seeds of 1 and 2. I mean, so many things have to go right for that to happen. You are essentially going to be the 3 seed. You go into it, you create your own bye, you get everybody healthy, and that's what happened last year. Buffalo would scare me to death to get somebody hurt on that field against that team who's playing for something. I don't care. I don't need a measuring stick. We know how good this team is. We know. We've seen it.
Do we?
I think we do.
Okay.
I think we do. We did back-to-back division champions. They played well over the past couple of weeks. All they needed was a couple of tune-up games, and they're ready to go. They should be able to beat anybody in this field right now. They should be able to beat anybody, PG.
The problem is that they play before Chicago plays, so that 2 seed is still out there. If they win out and Chicago loses out, they get the 2 seed.
Yeah,
and that's important.
It's very low.
We saw what happened last year. If that 1 seed gets clipped, guess who gets the home playoff game in the NFC Championship?
I don't mind this team going on the road. I don't mind this team. I don't think it matters where this team plays. I really don't think it matters. You rest your starters. I would rather be healthy than not have anybody in the postseason. I would not take that risk. You play them a half, and then you sit them for the rest of the game against Buffalo. 609-403-0973. Josh, I know you have some thoughts on this particular dilemma.
Josh
that
is
the
a
Eagles
science
face.
guy. Yeah, I'm interested to hear what Josh has to say here. He's more of the science guy.
Not Bill Nye, the science guy.
No,
not Bill Nye.
Couple things here. One, I do think there's something to be said for what you said earlier, Nick, which is maybe there is an idea of let's not overextend these guys. Let's not be in a position where you have to play them. But historically, it's been the last game of the year, right? Most of the Sirianni era, they had not played anybody the last week of the season. So there is a scenario where you're like, hey, kick off the rust in the Buffalo game and then don't start the next week. Because, Mosher ripped me for saying this yesterday, Nick. I said, should you even play Lane Johnson and Jalen Carter on Sunday? And Mosher acted like my question was insane. So, listen, I tend to look at it like this. The Philadelphia Eagles have never gone to a Super Bowl if they didn't play the NFC Championship game at home. Now, whether you get the NFC Championship home game by the 1 seed or the 2 seed, that's up for debate. Because you and I, Pete, talked about yesterday how there are scenarios where you could be the 2 seed, let someone else be the 1 seed, and let them get upset like you did the Lions in the postseason last year. Because, let's be realistic, you don't want to go to Seattle, but you don't mind going to L.A., right?
Nope. Don't mind it one bit going to Los Angeles. The Eagles have had tons of success in the Nick Sirianni era in Los Angeles, against Sean McVay. I have no problem with them going to Los Angeles. Seattle concerns me a little bit, but then again, it's Sam Darnold. You should be able to beat Sam Darnold with that defense in Seattle.
I was going to say, the only 2 teams I think we should be concerned about if they have home field advantage in the postseason is Seattle and San Francisco. Those to me are the only 2. If it's anybody else, if it's the Rams, the Bears, whoever, I am not worried one bit.
All right.
Isn't 3 weeks in between games and game action a little bit longer of a time than
That's why I said my proposal is half a game against Buffalo.
But here's the problem with that half a game, Nick. And I'm just gonna play devil's advocate here, because someone's got to on this show, as we fill in for Mike Gill on the Sports Bash on 97.3 ESPN. If you only play a half, but you have a chance to win the game
and go after that 2 seed
and go after a higher seed, aren't you forfeiting?
Very unlikely for them to get the 2 seed. They are essentially locked into the
Unlikely
3 seed.
says you.
Yeah, well, it says the numbers. They don't have a great shot at getting the 2 seed. They have to have a lot
Well,
of
the
other
numbers
things
said the
go
Rams
right.
were going to win on Thursday Night Football, but they lost in overtime because their special teams coordinator is a loser at life and he got fired.
I understand that.
And again, the Eagles play before the Bears.
So they play the full game against Buffalo. You get some key guys hurt, and then what? Thank you.
Or what if they don't get hurt?
And
what?
I don't want to take
like
the chance against Buffalo to get anybody hurt. 609-403-0973. I know Pete and Josh have some grievances against me, and I know you have some out there too. So, with it being Festivus today, I want to open up the text board and our text board question of the day. What is your all-time Philly sports grievance? All-time. It could be anything, any sport. You could even throw a Union grievance in there if you want to. Philadelphia Wings.
Or not.
I don't care. But I want to hear your Philadelphia grievance all-time. Text in 609-403-0973. And the reason we are doing this is because of the great Frank Costanza being Festivus.
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're going to hear about it.
I want to hear about him at 609-403-0973. What is your all-time Philly sports grievance? Text in. I want to hear them. I know there are some good ones out there. Even if you have a grievance against my thoughts today about resting guys and getting guys off the field as soon as possible in that Buffalo game, chime in on the text board, all right? So, with that being said, I want to continue this discussion regarding the Eagles and injuries, because Nick Sirianni talked about this and getting guys rest and getting guys healthy. He also talked about this yesterday during his media availability, how they got Dallas Goedert a couple of snaps, 2 series last year in that final game against the Giants when he was coming off his injury. I want you to listen to Nick Sirianni talk about getting guys healthy and getting guys rest.
Every situation's a little bit different. Every injury's a little bit different. Every guy's a little bit different. So you do think about your past situations and when you've been through those things before, but you're trying to make the best decision for each guy, and everyone's, just a little bit different. So yeah, just always trying to do what's best for the guy and their health first and foremost.
So there's Nick Sirianni. He wants to get everybody healthy, and every situation is different. And the situation this year is a little bit different. Lane Johnson is in his later 30s, okay? He is an all-time Eagle. He will have probably his number retired, hopefully next to Nick Foles at some point. I had to get that in there. But Jalen Carter, younger, he would be maybe a guy you give a couple of series to.
I think you have to with Carter.
Carter, yes. Lane Johnson.
The conditioning was a problem with him
yes.
this entire season.
So I don't mind necessarily if they give him a couple of series. They did it with Goddard last year. But Lane Johnson should be nowhere near the field. Nowhere near the field until the postseason. Not even close. Not even close to the field. That is your anchor on offense. Their record with him on the field, then without him, is not even close. All right? So, Lane Johnson, you definitely got to sit him. I could see the argument for Jalen Carter for like a couple of series, getting him maybe some reps. However, this team needs to be healthy heading into the postseason. Has to be healthy. And Pete, those two guys, the fact that Schefter put out that report over the weekend, it concerns me because I don't think we should see them at all in the game. A full game, I think that is totally unnecessary with where you're at in the playoff picture right now. I just don't think you should send those guys out there and rush them back. You want them as fully healthy as possible for your postseason run. I mean, they stopped a record from Saquon Barkley last year.
Yeah, that could be a Philly sports grievance if you really wanted to play it like that. We could have had the all-time leading rusher on this team.
Nick, you might have a grievance because Vic Fangio just told the media that they are, quote, full steam ahead playing the starters on Sunday. Vic says Nakobe Dean is iffy to play Sunday, but he doesn't think the hamstring is too serious or a long-term thing. Vic also said Jahai Campbell is concentrating on playing linebacker again. So while Dean might not play on Sunday, it'll be Campbell in his place. Vic Fangio says they're planning playing the starters on Sunday.
Yeah, that's the wrong decision. It's the wrong decision.
So you're
by
saying
the
a
Eagles.
Super Bowl champion defensive coordinator is wrong?
Yes, they should only be playing a half. You got to get these guys as healthy as possible heading into the postseason. And this is something the team has done in the past. It's something they have done. And you don't want to get another guy hurt out there against Buffalo. The fact it's in Buffalo is why it concerns me the most. It's why it concerns me more so this year, because you're playing in Buffalo. I understand. They're going to rest everybody against the Commanders. I get that. Dan Quinn's not going to get his revenge, okay? But against Buffalo, I don't want them out there the full game. They don't need to go out there and get hurt. You can't risk an injury in Buffalo in a game where you might get the 2 seed. The odds are not really in your favor. You're essentially probably most likely going to be the 3 seed, okay? That's where you're at right now. So why take the risk? Play a half, get them out of there by the second half, and keep rolling, because Buffalo's going to be playing for something next week. You essentially are already clinched. You're already ready to go. I'm out on playing these starters. I disagree with the decision to play everybody.
Now, Chicago plays San Francisco, right?
That's correct.
At San Francisco. You give the Niners no shot to beat Chicago at home. They're going for the 1 seed.
Yeah, 49ers going for the 1 seed and
if
the
they win
division.
out, they get the 1 seed. So 49ers are going to play for everything.
49ers are going to play for everything. The
Yes.
Eagles are in their spot, essentially.
I know,
already.
but the whole caveat is if
hold on.
Chicago loses out and Philly wins out,
Right.
Philly gets the 2 seed.
Well, if I could just pull up the scenarios really quick, because that
You don't need to. It's black and white. it's black or white. If Philly wins out and Chicago loses out, the Eagles get the 2 seed.
Yes, unless something else happens.
No, I think that's
Yes.
I don't believe so.
Oh, you're talking about the 2 seed.
Yeah, the 2
Yeah, the
seed.
2 seed.
See, now
The
you
1
guys,
seed is out the
see,
window.
This is what happens when you guys are just doing your talking thing over my head over here, because I'm thinking you're talking about the 1 seed, you're talking about San Francisco. Now you're switching back to the 2 seed.
Pete
for
changed
the
it up on
Eagles.
you.
No, for the Eagles to get the 1 seed, that's out the window. We can all agree on that.
Yes, that is out.
But the 2 seed is within reach.
But you have the Lions also. They're trying to stay in this whole thing.
Well, the Lions got some big news today because Max Brosmer is going to start because J.J. McCarthy's done for the year.
Yes. So, I mean, there is so much that has to happen for the Eagles if they really want to move up. I think they're pretty much locked into the 3 right now. And I think health is more important than moving up 1 seed. That's where I'm at. And in Buffalo, you don't want to get guys hurt up there in Buffalo territory, cold, old stadium. I'm just not about it. I am not about it at all. 609-403-0973. We have a fantastic show ahead for you. Joe Von Alfer going to join us on the other side at 2:30 to talk Eagles, talk Sixers, little Phillies. He's going to join us. 3:30 we have RB, Philly Take, Sixers podcaster. 4 o'clock, Football at 4, powered by the Inside the Birds podcast. Adam Kaplan going to join us. And at 5 o'clock, Casey Joyner from The Athletic. One thought every game. Text in your all-time Philly sports grievance, 609-403-0973. Happy Festivus to everybody out there. And, we're continuing with this entire discussion regarding the Eagles. This is where you want to rest guys. Everybody's banged up a little bit. Jalen Hurts banged up his ankle the other week, right? He seemed to be okay, but you want to get guys healthy for the postseason. That's where I stand on the rest of the season for the Birds. Get guys healthy, get them ready to go, and they'll be okay. All right, on the other side, Joe Von Alford. He's going to join us from Fansided. Excited to have him on. Pete G, on-site producing. Josh Henning back at the studio. I am Nick Earnshaw, filling in for Mike Gill today here on the Sports Bash, 97.3 ESPN.
Merry Christmas from all of us at 97.3 ESPN.
Ho, ho, ho. My home for sports.
South Jersey's home for Eagles football.
You don't want to miss
Final year-end pricing. Now at RK Kia of Vineland. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. $199. Lease new 26 Kia K4 LXs from just $199 a month. $199 for 24 months. New front-wheel drive 26 Kia Sorento S, just $388 a month. $388. Final year-end pricing at RK Kia of Vineland. Need credit? We work with all types of credit situations. Plus, you get RK coverage, no charge. Ding repair, tire repair, wheel repair, windshield repair, and more. No charge. You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Our lowest prices of the year. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. During the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. RK Kia of Vineland. RK does it right. MyRKKia.com. MyRKKia.com.
To qualified buyers, plus tax and title. For details, call 856-641-1111 or MyRKKia.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Ring in 2026 at Nola's Bar and Lounge at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City. Make this New Year's an unforgettable night and enjoy a premium hosted bar and live music all night. Whether you're dancing the night away or toasting with friends, Nola's Bar and Lounge at Ocean Casino Resort is the place to celebrate the beginning of the new year. For tickets, visit theoceanac.com.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
It's the merriest time of the year. With the roller coaster swelling and your kids telling you we want Maury's Pier. 'Tis Maury's Pier's biggest sale of the year. Save 25%. Visit Maury'sPiers.com.
December deal drops at Lowe's are wrapping up, but there's still time to snag something worth bragging about. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. And members save an additional $100 on a new and exclusive Samsung French door refrigerator. Now just $18.99. Need new tools? Select tools and accessories are up to 45% off this week. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 12/24. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details.
Thinking of driving home a new Kia? It's gotta be a Matt Blatt Kia. With 3 locations and over 500 Kias in stock, it's gotta be a Matt Blatt Kia. When it's gotta be a great deal, it's gotta be a Matt Blatt Kia. Visit mattblattkia.com.
It's beginning to look a lot like holidays on the house at DraftKings Casino. Celebrate the season with bright lights and big wins on all of your favorite casino games. Spin more than 1,000 slots, everything from the classics to exclusive new releases, and new players get 500 spins over 10 days on your choice of cash or option slots. Download the DraftKings Casino app and sign up with code DK973. That's DK973. Then choose from 10 different cash or option slots and let it spin. In partnership with DraftKings Casino, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 or older, physically present in New Jersey. Eligibility restrictions apply. Non-withdrawable casino spins issued as 50 spins per day for 10 days. Valid for feature games only and expire each day after 24 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends January 25th, 2026 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop appliance savings and get up to 40% off select appliances like Samsung. Upgrade your kitchen with the Samsung Bespoke 4-door refrigerator. Now featuring the dual auto ice maker with Sphere Ice, only at the Home Depot. You'll have perfectly chilled drinks for every gathering. Shop appliance savings now at the Home Depot. Offer valid December 11th through January 1st. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Hi, it's Pete from Chickies and Petes. Looking for the best place to host your holiday party this season? Chickies offers a variety of party packages, catering, and on-the-go options. Your place or ours, take the stress out of the holidays with help from Chickies and Petes.
Merry Christmas from all of us at 97.3 ESPN.
The most wonderful time of the year. Ho, 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 ho.
South Jersey's home for Eagles football.
All right, welcome back in. It is the Sports Bash. Nicky Nuggets filling in for Mike Gill. Pete G on-site producing as we are live from Chickies and Petes inside the Tropicana Atlantic City. Josh Henning back at the 97.3 ESPN studios. Great show on the way. Happy Festivus to everybody out there. We're airing some grievances today. We'll get to your text in just a little bit. But now we're going to bring on a friend of mine, good guy in the business, writer for Fansided, as well as Total Sports Live. He's doing some video for TSL as well. We're going to talk some Phils, going to talk some Sixers. But first, we're going to start with the Philadelphia Eagles. Jovan Alford now joins us here on the Sports Bash. Jovan, we've been talking about it. We heard Vic Fangio that they're all systems go for this week and their starters. They want to play them against Buffalo. Is it the right call to play all of your starters for the Eagles this week? Well, yeah, it does look like they are going to play. They're on your side and Pete's side and Josh's side. I'm by myself over here in the sit the starters. It's okay, but if they are going to play, right, and the offense is going to be out there against Buffalo, what have you noticed in the improvement of this offense over the past couple of weeks, kind of playing some tune-up games like you do in college, right, against the Appalachian States, et cetera? You play the Raiders, who are just a joke right now, and the Commanders, who are pretty much out of it with all the injuries they have dealt with. What have you seen from the offense that has helped them improve over the course of the past couple of weeks?
Hey, Javon, from what you've seen the last two games against Vegas and Washington, Is there a chance that this team could revert back to kind of the offense that we saw earlier on this season against the Packers, against the Lions? There were wins, but the offense did not look very good. Is there a chance that this team could revert back to that style of play in the playoffs when they play tougher competition? Yeah, you hope not. But is this team past that kind of play? Well, one guy who has to play these final two games no matter what is Jake Elliott. Not too good of a game on Saturday. Missed those 2 kicks. Missed really 3 kicks if you count the other one. What's your read on Jake Elliott? The guy's a great postseason kicker, but percentage-wise, accuracy-wise, I should say, 70%. Not very, very bad when you include all the kickers in the NFL. What's your read on Jake Elliott? Are we just going to cross our fingers and hope that he gets it together come January?
We're talking with Jovan Alford, fanside at TotalSportsLive.com. Brandon Graham came back, Jovan, and he has made an impact on the defensive line. They've been without Jalen Carter for however many weeks now, right? What did you make of the way Brandon Graham has played, and do you think he can make a real impact on a playoff run heading into the postseason? Jovan, the Eagles announced 5 Pro Bowlers for the 2025 season this year. Linebacker Zach Bond, Jalen Carter, Cooper DeJean, Cam Jurgens, and Quinyon Mitchell. You invoked a name right there in Jordan Davis. Should he have been named at least to the Pro Bowl roster? I know it's like not the game anymore. It's the flag football, the games, whatever. But was Jordan Davis snubbed? Jovan, I want to switch gears with you and talk a little bit about the Phillies offseason as well. I know you follow the Phillies too. JT Realmuto still out there, still unsigned by the Philadelphia Phillies or any team for that matter. Do you think that Dave Dombrowski is cooking something else up, or do you think they're eventually going to get this resolved and essentially run it back with JT Realmuto?
All right, Javon, let me switch gears to the hardwood. What have you seen from the Sixers? They had that great win against the Knicks, followed that up with a back-to-back win against the Mavericks at home. What have you seen from the Sixers? I know Embiid's been in and out of the lineup. PG's really getting going. But your thoughts on the Sixers, and really 3 guys I want to focus on in particular, Dominic Barlow, Andre Drummond, and Jabari Walker, those 3 guys.
Jovan Alford, Fanside, and TotalSportsLive.com. Before we let you go, we have a text board question out. It is Festivus today, so happy Festivus to you, Jovan. Give us your all-time Philly sports grievance. Oh, it's a good one.
Oh, that's on my list. For Kiko Alonso. Yeah.
Brutal. Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh. Sending Roseman to the broom closet.
Yeah,
right?
send him to the side of the NovaCare.
Future Hall of Fame GM to the broom closet.
Yes. That is so true. That is so true. Yep. It did. Well, Jovan, we appreciate you taking a couple of minutes to join us here on the Sports Bash today. We very much appreciate it. Happy holidays to you, and have a good one. All right, Jovan Alford, Fanside at TotalSportsLive.com. You can follow him at Jovan10 on the Twitter X platform. All right, I see the text board. Lighten up there, Pete. We got some grievances.
I got one on the other side for everybody. I got one.
That's what we'll do on the other side before we finish up this first hour of the Sports Bash. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill. Pete G, on-site producer Josh Henning, back at the studio. We have more on the way. We'll get to your grievances on the other side. This is 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers Nets tonight on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the Sixers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Rises for three. It's in the air. Rimming no Embiid with the rebound. He puts it back up. It's good, and he's fouled. Joel Embiid is back. He puts it in, and the Sixers are going to the line.
It's Sixers basketball tonight. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia 76ers basketball. 97.3 ESPN.
It's year-end clearance time at Bridgeton Chevrolet GMC, your hometown dealership. We treat you like one of our own. Right now, get the 2026 Chevrolet Silverado LT 4x4, lease for $399 a month, $1,195 down, and 10,000 miles a year for 36 months. Tax, and fees not included. We've got the perfect new vehicle waiting for you, backed by hometown service you can trust. It's clearance time, but hurry. These deals won't last. Visit 808 North Pearl Street in Bridgeton. Se habla español. Bridgeton Chevrolet GMC, where family drives with family.
Xfinity is the network you can rely on. Like a close friend who will give it to you straight. The friend who will tell you that new haircut, it's not great. Friends make sure friends get good haircuts. And Xfinity makes sure you get a good deal on Wi-Fi. Xfinity gives you reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at our best price. This holiday season through January 4th, get gig speed Wi-Fi for just $50 a month for 5 whole years. No strings, no commitments. Just super fast, reliable gig speed Wi-Fi with our best equipment and unlimited data included. Save yourself from questionable decisions and save over Verizon and AT&T. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Internet powered by fiber and connected to premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Christmas is just around the corner, and if you still have gifts to buy, the best place to do that is Macy's Great Gift Sale. Get amazing deals on last-minute gifts like fine jewelry and fragrance sets, boxed and ready to give. And everything from designer bags to Nespresso coffee makers at 30 to 60% off. Plus, your Macy's is the most festive place this holiday, so come in and find everything left on your list all in one place. The Great Gift Sale ends Wednesday at Macy's. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply.
This holiday season, make dreams come true with Whitehorse RV Center. Don't wait for spring. Adventure starts now. At Whitehorse RV Center, your perfect RV is ready for unforgettable journeys, from cozy winter getaways to cross-country adventures. With our year-end savings, trusted brands, and family service since 1973, there's never been a better time to buy. Live the dream today at Whitehorse RV Center, where memories begin and adventures never end. Because at Whitehorse RV Center, your RV adventure starts here.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
With Progressive, you can reach customer service in the way that's easiest for you, by phone, app, or online. We know it would be great if we just magically appeared, but that's more of a genie thing, and we do insurance. But with us, you'd be like, well, it wasn't a genie, but it was great customer service, so that's nice. And sure, you probably would still like the whole 3 wishes thing, so if you meet a genie, you should definitely ask. But when you need us, contact Progressive by phone, app, or online. Just no genies. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Stuck in a job that just isn't getting it done? Maybe it's time to go for
with Mike Gill on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, welcome back in. It is a Sports Bash. Nicky Nuggets, Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill. Festive day. Festivus is today, the 23rd of December. Happy Festivus to everybody out there, and a happy holiday season to everybody as well. I want to get to your texts because it is Festivus. I want to hear your all-time Philly sports grievances, so I'll get to Pete's in a second, but I do want to read a couple of these all because these are great. So we have Jeff in Ocean City. He's chiming in with us. He says, my all-time grievance was the Phillies trading away Ryan Sandberg. Also, I have a grievance with Nick wanting to retire Nick Foles' jersey. You can't have a grievance with wanting to retire the first Super Bowl MVP in franchise history jersey. Give him a statue. Give him a place up where they're not going to wear his number anymore. I'm all in on that. That should be a grievance, Jeff. Big grievance. The Sandberg one, R.I.P. He did pass away this year. That's a big one there, Pete. Pete G. Ryan Sandberg getting traded away.
Yeah, that's an oldie, too. Oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, it is. All right, get a couple more here on the text board, 609-403-0973. J.W. in Ocean City chiming in honor of airing the grievances. My biggest complaint in Philadelphia sports history is Eagles owner Norman Brayman did not re-sign Reggie White in 1993. It ended an era. You cannot just let one of the greatest players in NFL history leave. That's a good one, Pete.
It's another good one. Brian Dawkins leaving for Denver. You let him walk out the door.
That's a good one. As soon as he said that, I remember easy as anything when Brian Dawkins left. That was a big, big deal. And I was a little kid then when that happened, Pete.
Yeah, that was a big deal, man. For that guy to wear another jersey and not be Philadelphia, that's tough.
It's also a big deal because he played well for Denver for a couple of years there. So I think that kind of added more fuel to that fire.
Yes. 609-403-0973 is how you jump aboard. Give us your all-time Philly sports grievance. I'll read one more before we get to Pete's. Steve from Ocean City, he also goes with Reggie White's departure and God being a Packers fan. Honorable mention, McNabb's dismal playoff performances. Go Birds. I got to give you that one. McNabb's dismal playoff performances.
There's a lot of those.
There's a few of those. I would say there's a couple, more than a couple of the McNabb playoff performances. Keep chiming in on the text board with your all-time Philly sports grievances. We got a couple more we'll get to.
I will say really quick, and I'm not trying to defend McNabb because I was never a huge McNabb fan necessarily, but it's not like McNabb was throwing to Jalen Hurts is very fortunate to have A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith. I mean, you had Todd Pinkston and Reggie Brown
Kevin
and
Curtis,
Nate Brown.
Crash. We know the list.
Yeah, it's like you think about who you were dealing with.
He did famously throw up in the Super Bowl, though.
He did.
He'll never live that one down.
No. All right, Pete, before we get out of here, what's your grievance?
Phillies eliminating and doing away with dollar dog night.
Oh, that's a great one.
The Roseman thing's good. The Fultz thing is good, but this one takes the cake.
Dollar dog night from Pete G.
Because people were throwing the hot dogs on the field. The lines were long. I don't care. They did away with dollar dog night. They tried to replace it with a BOGO.
Yeah.
With buy one, get one?
Buy one, get one.
Nah. That did not fly with me.
That is a great one, PG. All right. On the other side, speaking of the Phillies, we'll get into a little offseason talk about the fight-ins because JT remains unsigned. What will the Phillies do? They add another reliever yesterday. Let's get into all that. Matt Strom gone. We'll talk a little Sixers as well. Phillies, Sixers on the other side. This is the Sports Bash with Mike Gill. Nicky Nuggets filling in.
Hey, this is Josh Hennig inviting you to join me this Saturday for Hanging with Hennig, broadcasting live from the Gridiron Pit inside Tropicana, Atlantic City, 12 to 3 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN. Come hang out inside Tropicana, Atlantic City at the Gridiron Pit, powered by Caesars Sportsbook. Watch all the college and pro football on massive TV screens while enjoying casino table games, and don't miss out on your chance to win prizes. This Saturday's guests joining me and Mike Carlin include AP Senior NFL Insider Rob Motti, presented by Prevail Nutrition, South Jersey's #1 meal prep service. Flyers reporter and sports podcaster Haley Taylor Simon, presented by yesterday's Creekside Tavern in Marmora, with the sound on for every Eagles game. And fantasy football analyst Andy McNamara, presented by Work of Art Construction, serving South Jersey with 40 years of construction experience. So join me this Saturday for Hanging with Hennig, 12 to 3 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN, broadcasting live from the Gridiron Pit, powered by Caesars Sportsbook, inside Tropicana, Atlantic City, streaming live on YouTube and X. Must be 21 or older. Know when to stop before you start. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Over 40 years ago, John Jenkins Sr. changed the game by inventing the heated bench that keeps football players warm on the sidelines. That's right, the Jenkins family brought comfort to the gridiron. And today, they bring the same winning formula to homes and businesses across the region. Jenkins, a 3-generation family-run team you can trust in the clutch. Need a new gas furnace, boiler, or hot water heater? Ask about utility loans up to $25,000 at 0% for 7 years. And rebates up to $2,950. Visit JenkinsandSons.com.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Now at RK Kia of Vineland. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. $199. Lease new 26 Kia K4 LXs from just $199 a month. $199 for 24 months. New front-wheel drive 26 Kia Sorento S. Just $388 a month. $388. Final year-end pricing at RK Kia of Vineland. Need credit? We work with all types of credit situations. Plus, you get RK coverage. No charge. ding repair, tire repair, wheel repair, windshield repair, and more. No charge. You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Our lowest prices of the year. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. During the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. RK Kia of Vineland. RK does it right. MyRKKia.com. MyRKKia.com.
To qualified buyers, plus tax and title. For details, call 856-641-1111 or myrkkia.com.
No gift? No problem. With Target's last-minute gifts, the holidays are a breeze. You can score on the hottest toys, beauty must-haves, chocolatey stocking stuffers, and much more. And if you need it now, no worries. Swing by any Target store today and snag all the stocking stuffers and gifts for the most magical season yet. Step into the holidays, check off everything on your list, and save big on your last-minute gifts. Only at Target. Restrictions apply.
TLC Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has been proudly serving South Jersey for over 20 years. Owner Matt Calloway was born and raised in Cape May County and has over 25 years of experience in the heating and cooling industry, as well as fireplaces, plumbing, and bathroom renovations. You can always count on a licensed and insured local contractor like TLC Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling to be there promptly and to fix your problem right the first time. If your home needs a little TLC, get TLC Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today. Online at TLCPHC.com.
Score a touchdown when you bank with Jersey Shore Federal Credit Union. Catch lower rates on loans and higher rates on savings. You'll cheer when you don't have to pay a penny to get your own money, since they offer 85,000 surcharge-free ATMs. Get the details or open an account online with just a $25 minimum deposit at JerseyShoreFCU.org, or swing to a branch in Northfield, Galloway, Hamilton, or Rio Grande. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Christmas is just around the corner, and if you still have gifts to buy, the best place to do that is Macy's Great Gift Sale. Get amazing deals on last-minute gifts like fine jewelry and fragrance sets, boxed and ready to give. And everything from designer bags to Nespresso coffee makers at 30 to 60% off. Plus, your Macy's is the most festive place this holiday, so come in and find everything left on your list all in one place. The Great Gift Sale ends Wednesday at Macy's. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply.
Sal Vulcano, Everything's Fine Tour. One hilarious night of brand new stand-up material from Sal Vulcano.
Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth about Thunder. Did you tell me it's God bowling? I took that information to school. I got my ass handed to me.
Sal Vulcano live. Saturday, February 28th, Ovation Hall and Ocean Casino Resort. From Impractical Jokers and the Hey Babe and Taste Buds podcast, it's Sal Vulcano. On sale Friday, August 29th at 10 a.m. at theoceanac.com.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
They got him again!
Sixers.
Bang! It's good! Ball game!
And Flyers.
Tipped in front of the net!
97.3 ESPN. WENJ. WENJ HD. Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey. This is the Sports Bash with Mike Gill on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app. Now live from inside the Ocean Casino Resort studio, here's Mike Gill.
Oh, welcome back. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill here on the Sports Bash. We are live at Chickies and Petes from the Tropicana in Atlantic City. And by the way, the 3 p.m. hour is sponsored by Broadley's Plumbing, Heating, and AC. Broadley's is your trusted source for heating and plumbing, service and installation for generations. Call them at 609-390-3907 or visit them online at broadleys.net. We have a lot to get into this hour. We're going to get into the Phillies in just a second, but I want to read a couple of more texts from you guys because the grievances are being aired out today. It's Festivus. I hope everyone's enjoying it in honor of Frank Costanza.
It's a good song, by the way.
Oh,
this is up there in the power rankings.
It is.
Of Christmas songs.
So I want to get into a couple more of these texts. Pete G had a great one on the other side. I will reveal my all-time Philly sports grievance at the end of the show.
Real quick,
Yes.
what did you think of the Phillies eliminating Dollar Dog Night?
Awful,
right? Okay,
BOGO?
good.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, man.
We're just, I will add this grievance. I don't think anyone said it on the text board yet, but man, they got rid of the out-of-town scoreboard out there.
That's another good one.
That was rough.
That's game day experience, man.
See, can I just say,
important.
my biggest problem with them eliminating the Dollar Dog Night is because they tried to make it excuse.
Right.
Saying, oh, no, you still get the dollar, dog, kind of ish. BOGO. No. You basically are pulling one over on everybody, okay?
And then blaming the fans for throwing them on the field.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you offered me something better on the field, I wouldn't throw the dog on the field, okay? And this is where these sports teams don't get it, okay? This is not my Festivus grievance, but this is a general problem I have with sports, okay? Stop overcharging the fans and then putting a lousy product on the field.
Well, Gill wants to charge for, Johan Duran's.
Yeah, he's ready to charge you out.
Do I look like Mike Gill to you?
That's a grievance I have. Gil wanted to charge everybody to see the entrance.
Stop charging people. Just stop, all right?
I agree, Henning.
If you don't think you have enough money, then manage your money better.
I agree, Henning. Listen, that's a good one, Pete. Like, with Gil this year wanting to charge everybody for the entrance, nonsense. For the fan. I'm for the fan. All right?
I'm for stop overcharging people.
I agree. All right, let's get on to the text board. Danny HT says, happy Festivus for the rest of us. My grievance is the NBA stepping in and interrupting the Sixers trust the process era, forcing a Colangelo on the team. He also sent in a nice meme. I'll get the pull out of the crawl space. Frank Costanza. I love it. It was my dream to host a show on this very day. Man. It's been great. All right, let's keep them going. Big Al from Vineland. Appreciate you texting in, Big Al. Eagles losing last home game at the Vet in 2003 against Tampa Bay under 40 degrees.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Big Al from Vineland. That's a good one.
Yeah, 609-403-0973 is how you jump aboard. Give us your all-time Philly sports grievance. I want to hear what grinds your gears. What do you have a problem with in Philly sports history all time? Happy Festivus to everybody. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill, PG, here with me on site, and Josh Henning back at the studio. I do want to talk about the Phillies offseason, though. We were mentioning Dollar Dogs and the out-of-town scoreboard, the Durant entrance. It's all gone kaput. Awful. They get out in the first round last year. The offseason, I'll be honest, Pete. It's been underwhelming to me. Adolis Garcia cannot be the move. It can't be the move. And so far, it really has been the move. And you're taking a flyer on a guy because you want to replace Nick Castellanos.
Fair.
In right field, which is fine. It's cool. I get it. But then David Dombrowski made the comments that the the outfield is done. They're done with the outfield. It looks good. Justin Crawford is going to play center. Brandon Marsh and Otto Kemp are going to split time in left field. Adolis Garcia and right. That's not good enough to me because you don't even know what you're going to get out of Adolis Garcia. Better defender offensively. He needs to go back to where he was a couple of years ago. All right. Now we have this JT Realmuto situation. And
this is concerning.
This is interesting because they have yet to sign him. They traded Matt Strahm in essentially what was a salary dump to clear space. So,
real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you like what they got in return? I know it was a salary dump, but could they have done better at dumping Strahm's salary?
Possibly,
right?
But they also wanted to get rid of him for other reasons, off the field issues, because he was complaining a lot. So there's that part of this as well, Pete. I'm very interested into what the Phillies are going to do with JT Realmuto. They're playing, both sides are playing a little bit of hardball right now. And listen, the MLB offseason always takes forever and ever and ever for guys to sign. Every year, this is the same thing. This is why I think they should have a week to sign, and that's it. Get everybody's jersey before Christmas. It's a good idea. I think it is, at least. However, they're going to take till spring training. This is what happens with the Stars and where the sport has gone in the offseason. And Scott, you can thank Scott Boras for negotiating a lot of these top contracts. But JT, mid-30s, had knee surgery, is taking a dip in production offensively and defensively. I'm at the point where you're kind of in a rock and a hard place right now because your pitching staff is not going to be as good as it was last year. It's just not. You're most likely going to lose Ranger Suarez in free agency at some point, either this year or when we flip the calendar over to January. You look at that rotation, you want an experienced guy dealing with those pitchers, especially when you have a guy like Andrew Painter coming up who you want to take that next step in the major leagues. That's what you need to happen because they're in a lot of trouble right now if they can't figure out the pitching staff. I mean, you have Christopher Sanchez, great. Jesus Luzardo, great. Aaron Nola, I don't know what you're going to get out of Aaron Nola at this point. Zach Wheeler, coming off an injury, what's he going to be? Andrew Painter, I don't know. He didn't look great coming off Tommy John last year in AAA. And then you have Taijuan Walker, who's just going to help you eat innings. So, yeah, you kind of want a catcher who's experienced, and the catcher market is dismal in free agency.
Atrocious.
It is thin. So you're kind of stuck in saying, well, we kind of got to bring back JT right now. That's kind of what has to happen. But you could get creative. You could play Marshawn and Stubbs next year. I don't know if you want to do that. And if you do that, you got to bring in another bat. You got to go out and get a Ketel Marte. You got to go out and get a Bregman. You got to go out and get either a Bo Bichette. Something else has to happen if they let JT walk, because you can't just let that guy walk out of here and not find a way to get another bat into this lineup, especially a right-handed bat at this point, Pete. What say you, PG? Do you think they got to bring him back at this point because of where free agency is at and what the market says to you right now?
I think from what we've heard from Dombrowski after the season and Topper after the season, people have to understand the value that JT brings to this team. I know he's a sub-200 hitter at some points during the year. He did have that stretch during the summer where he kind of turned it on a little bit, which was nice to see. But the value, the intangibles that JT brings to this team and the pitching staff, like you mentioned, I think you just have to get a deal done. You're probably going to have to overpay him. That's probably why they had to trade Strahm in that salary dump. You have to get a deal done, and at risk of losing him and getting a Marte or Bregman or a Bo Bichette, that's great. But is losing JT going to allow you to do that?
Well, JT, I mean, listen, the problem I have with bringing back JT, and we had talked about this throughout the year, if they don't win, they're in a tough spot, right? Like, because you kind of got to bring back Schwarber, locker room guy. Hits a lot of home runs. He's only a DH, so you fill that spot for the next couple of years, and you could probably get some decent MVP-like years out of him over maybe the next two. You're stuck with Trey Turner. You're stuck with Bryce Harper. At this point, I mean, you kind of have to bring JT back because there's nothing really else out there.
Well, let me ask you this. What's the smart move? The smart move is probably letting JT walk.
JT walk and maybe making a trade for Adley Rutschman, who, granted, has not been good offensively for a year and a half. But, I mean, that's a catcher who's been there, done that before. And I'd have a little bit more trust than just Marshawn and Stubbs. Like, you don't know what the bat's going to be for Marshawn. He's been playing so limited. Defensively, he's fine. But if you bring back JT, you have to remember, the guy had knee surgery. He's in his mid-30s. And catchers will fall off a cliff just like that. In a snap of a finger, they could just fall off a cliff. So you're taking a monumental risk if you bring him back, especially on a multi-year deal. 2-3 years, it's a long time. And we know how catchers are in this league, and we've already started to see the decline from JT. And listen, he's been a great Philly, and he's been a massive part of this roster. But you're doing essentially what nobody wanted you to do, is running back the same exact team as last year. And by the way, it's not better than last year right now. As we stand, the Philadelphia Phillies are not a better team than they were last year.
I agree with you.
No way.
I think the bullpen's probably better.
Bullpen's good.
It's good. Probably better than last year. But
the starting pitching, not good. It's not the same.
Starting pitching is a question mark.
Your outfield, I don't know. There's the whole entire outfield's a question mark. Justin Crawford, I hope, and I want them to bring up the kid. But you don't know what he's going to be yet. He's a rookie. Adolis Garcia has not done anything offensively over the past couple of seasons. Yes, granted, he's a great defensive right fielder, and he's much better than Nick Castellanos. However, the bat has not been there, and you're taking a flyer on a guy. And when Dave Dombrowski with the Philadelphia Phillies is taking a flyer on a guy, it hasn't really worked out ever. Well, last year we saw Kepler. We saw multiple one-year flyer type of guys. Whit Merrifield before, not work out. This one I feel has a better chance than all of them, but still, you're still taking a flyer.
But what you just said is part of the problem in all of this. And no matter what we say, no matter what people text in at 609-403-0973, the problem with all of this is the man you just mentioned. Dave Dombrowski's putting out a narrative. That narrative does not line up with what's actually happening. He keeps coming out there and saying catching is the priority. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm making something a priority. I get it done, okay? Now, maybe I'm the idiot because I'm here till 1 o'clock in the morning working some nights. So maybe I'm the idiot and Dombrowski just works smarter than I do. But still.
He's got how many World Series championships to his name? 3?
He's got 2.
2? Okay.
He's got 2, but he took 2 other teams to World Series appearances.
It's a Hall of Fame resume right
Yeah, he's
there.
got a Hall of Fame resume. Meanwhile, I'm stuck in the studio working here on 97.3 ESPN. But I digress. He keeps saying the ownership has given him all kinds of latitude to spend money. Well, where is he spending the money, right? He keeps saying that they're going to do this, they're going to do that. The problem is, guys, the messaging of the organization is putting us all in a predicament because we are all frustrated with an organization that keeps telling us they want to win a championship, but the actions of the organization come across as they're not as interested as the fan base is.
You know who that sounds like? The 76ers. It sounded like you were just talking about the 76ers. You were all frustrated.
Yeah, but the difference is the
hasn't been
Sixers
good.
at least have drafted guys. You're like, look at Maxey, look at Edgecombe, look at the guys they brought, Adem Bona.
Yeah. This is part of the problem as well.
Who are the Phillies have drafted aside from
Well-
Andrew Painter that anyone has ever been excited about?
Yes, I want to get to that
Well,
because
Justin Crawford,
Aiden Miller.
Aiden Miller.
I do want to get to this, though, because I brought it up yesterday. I believe it was yesterday, or at some point I've brought it up on the air, is that the Phillies farm system is not good enough. They don't have a deep farm system. And
that's part of the reason why Clentak was fired, remember.
It's been better than years past, but it's very top-heavy. And that's the issue here, is Dave Dombrowski does not have a lot of wiggle room to make moves because of the lack of talent at the minor league level. He can't make those extra moves, right? Because he would have to give up the Painters of the world, the Millers of the world, the Crawfords of the world. He did a good job by not doing that at the deadline, but he gave away all the depth that you had in your farm system. The Mick Abel, the Eduardo Tait. Those were your guys that you were able to move, and because of the Alvarado thing, you had to go get Duran and give up guys like that. So you have a lack of depth in your farm system right now where other teams are looking at it as, well, we only want the top guys in your farm system, in your top 30. We want Miller. We want Painter. We want Justin Crawford. And they can't give up those guys because they need an influx of youth on this team. And they're going to start this year with Justin Crawford. I think Aiden Miller should get a shot. They're not going to do that at this point because they can't trade Alec Boehm. So you're going to have to trade off of your major league roster if you want to make a significant move.
Well, you mentioned Boehm. So if we are to assume that Boehm returns and JT gets re-signed, I mean, you're looking at a 4 through 7 spots in the order of Boehm, Garcia, Marsh, JT. Is that a World Series bottom of the order?
The way I look at it right now, this is not a World Series team at all. They're a good team. They're a good team. They could probably go win the division. They would be bounced in the first round just like they were last year. They're a good team. They're not better than they were last year. They're another year older, and there has not been a significant move to move the needle for me, and I don't think for any Philly fan out there. So that could be a grievance if you have one at 609-403-0973. We are airing our Philly sports grievances today because it is Festivus. I've been looking forward to it all day, all night. I couldn't wait for the 23rd to fill in. So,
and another thing, I think a lot of the fan base was rooting for the Phillies to maybe not go as far last year, so the front office could learn that this group could not get it done and maybe need to be revamped. That's not happening.
And you go back to the thing of.
With that said, Schwarber was a priority. He needed to be re-signed.
You go back to the Turners, the Harpers, the Schwarbers of the world. They are banking on those guys to show up in the postseason, and it just has not happened. It just has not happened. You're just essentially going to go into next year, as it stands right now, with those guys hoping they find some fire at the end of the year. And I want to play a quick clip because there's been a guy who's been around baseball for a long time, and this was an interview done by the Inquirer about a month ago, about mid-November. And he brought up the same exact discussion we are having, is that the Phillies are essentially a pretty good team. Their guys just have to figure it out when it comes to postseason play and towards the end of the year. During the year, it's been all good. It's been all rosy and sunshiny. Here is former manager Joe Maddon on what the Phillies need to do to figure this thing out.
My biggest thing I would look at is how do we prep for playoffs? Quite frankly, they look a little bit more uptight to me in the playoffs than they do during the regular season. Like with Arizona a couple years ago, I couldn't believe that. I would really research and analyze my approach into that part of the year, because obviously the approach during the year looks pretty darn good, and I don't see that changing. So whatever you feel as though there was deficiency, yes, try to add on to that. There's got to be some micro stuff, but to blow that thing up doesn't make any sense to me.
So there's former Major League manager Joe Maddon, been around the block, faced the Phillies in the 08 World Series as the manager of the Tampa Bay Rays, saying they just have to figure out by the end of the year. They've been great during the season. However, they keep falling apart during the playoffs. And it's the same thing over and over again. They just might need to change their approach. You bring in Adolis Garcia. He's had postseason success before. Maybe that's one step. But the way it looks like, Dave Dombrowski is essentially going to run it back, and they're just going to have to hopefully figure it out by the end of the year, Pete.
And I think that's probably why they re-signed Topper, actually. I mean, I know you don't want to have Topper as a lame duck going into next season.
Well,
but
I think also what plays into that is also the looming lockout that comes into it. I think that's another reason why they re-signed Topper, so that they do have a manager kind of in place when that all goes down, and it's going to be trouble.
You know, that's really probably impacting free agency more than we think it's maybe, because these guys are going to lose a year.
Well, also
maybe
look
not
at
a year, but close to it.
But that's also why a lot of these guys are trying to get long-term deals. That's why part of the reason why.
And that's why it's impacting it, yeah.
Right, because they want to make sure their contracts are locked in beyond the lockout and the lockout ramifications. Because there's one scenario, and I think it was Ken Rosenthal who reported it, where he was saying that there's a possibility that they can't come to like a full agreement. They could extend the current agreement like a year or two while they kind of figure it out. Right. Kind of like what the WNBA is doing right now with their negotiations. So there's a possibility that these players are saying, look, we're trying to get out ahead of it. So if there is a delay, if there is a lockout, if there is a holdover, if there is an extension or whatever, we are taken care of.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to play into the way this offseason is going to shake out, the way we've already seen it shake out. It's fascinating. I think JT, it's such a – if you're Dave Dombrowski, you're just in a tough spot with the way the team is constructed at the moment and the contracts you have on the books, the amount of money you are able to spend, because they're not going to go into that other apron of the luxury tax and pay all that. They're not going to go Steve Cohen. You know, why not defer payments at some point? Like the Dodgers do. You could do that maybe, but it doesn't seem like they're going to do that either. And I think they're just stuck. The Phillies are stuck, and we knew this going into the offseason. If they didn't win a World Series, they were going to be between a rock and a hard place with guys getting older and, guys like JT coming off the books, Kyle Schwarber. You would have to make a decision of either essentially running it back or starting to move some of those pieces of the core that has yet to get it done over and over and over again. That's essentially just where we are at the moment with the Philadelphia Phillies. But that's our Phillies talk, and, get in on the text board as well. I'm sure there's plenty of Phillies grievances. We've named a couple at 609-403-0973. It is Festivus. Let us know your all-time Philly sports grievance. I want to hear from you on the text board. We'll continue to read them off throughout the majority of the show. But on the other side, we're going to talk a little Sixers here.
They play tonight, those guys.
They play tonight. They play the Brooklyn Nets. They're back in New York. Oh, not in New York. They're playing against New York again. New York team again. I was there the other night, last Friday.
I heard you went up to the Garden.
I was at the Garden.
You were on Celebrity Row.
No.
You were in the Bleeds?
I was in the bridge. I was on the Sky Bridge.
The Celebrity Bridge.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. But we'll get all this Sixer talk done on the other side. We have a great guest. We have Philly Take with RB. RB is going to join us. Great Sixers podcast. Give him a follow as well. So we'll talk to him and break down everything Sixers right here on 97.3 ESPN. I am Nick Earnshaw, filling in for Mike Gill right here on the Sports Bash.
Merry Christmas from all of us at 97.3 ESPN.
Tune in to the best station on the North Pole.
South Jersey's home for Eagles football.
Sal Vulcano, Everything's Fine Tour. One hilarious night of brand new stand-up material from Sal Vulcano.
Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth about Thunder. Did you tell me it's God bowling? I took that information to school. I got my ass handed to me.
Sal Vulcano live. Saturday, February 28th, Ovation Hall and Ocean Casino Resort. From Impractical Jokers and the Hey Babe and Taste Buds podcast. It's Sal Vulcano. On sale Friday, August 29th at 10 a.m. at theoceanac.com.
With Progressive, you can reach customer service in the way that's easiest for you, by phone, app, or online. We know it would be great if we just magically appeared, but that's more of a genie thing, and we do insurance. But with us, you'd be like, well, it wasn't a genie, but it was great customer service, so that's nice. And sure, you probably would still like the whole 3 wishes thing, so if you meet a genie, you should definitely ask. But when you need us, contact Progressive by phone, app, or online. Just no genies. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Is your home game day ready? Don't get sidelined this season with a heating or cooling breakdown. With a Jenkins service contract, you'll get reliable coverage, priority scheduling, and peace of mind all season long. For over 76 years, local homeowners have trusted Jenkins to keep their comfort system in winning form. Stay ahead of the competition. Lock in your service contract now and score big savings. Call 609-641-6262 or visit jenkinsandsons.com today and make sure your home is always ready for kickoff.
For delicious meals, you could go out to eat or spend hours in the kitchen. Or you could just make a Marie Callender's meal. Yeah, you heard me. Marie Callender's classic chicken Parmigiana bowl is delicious with scratch-made marinara sauce, creamy mozzarella cheese, and no preservatives. It's high in protein with 30 grams per serving. Marie Callender's, what having it all tastes like.
The Wildwood Fishing and Boating Expo is back at the Wildwoods Convention Center January 9th through the 11th. Check out 80,000 square feet of boats, tackle, gear, and accessories with 12 boat dealers and 100 vendors all under one roof. Free parking, free seminars, and free face painting for kids. Plus, they're giving away a free Yeti 65 cooler every day. Tickets are just $12 for adults, $5 for kids 6 to 13, and kids 5 and under are free. Visit fishingexpowildwood.com, the biggest little expo in New Jersey.
So you need last-minute gifts. No judgment. Get an extra 25% off during Kohl's Friends and Family Sale and find great gifts under $20. Like something cozy, something thoughtful, something that says you planned this all along. Yep, you're just one quick trip away from checking off the last gifts on your list. Save now at KohlsandKohls.com. Select styles. Offer ends December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Score a touchdown when you bank with Jersey Shore Federal Credit Union. Catch lower rates on loans and higher rates on savings. You'll cheer when you don't have to pay a penny to get your own money since they offer 85,000 surcharge-free ATMs. Get the details or open an account online with just a $25 minimum deposit at JerseyShoreFCU.org or swing to a branch in Northfield, Galloway, Hamilton, or Rio Grande. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Christmas is just around the corner, and if you still have gifts to buy, the best place to do that is Macy's Great Gift Sale. Get amazing deals on last-minute gifts like fine jewelry and fragrance sets, boxed and ready to give. And everything from designer bags to Nespresso coffee makers at 30 to 60% off. Plus, your Macy's is the most festive place this holiday, so come in and find everything left on your list all in one place. The Great Gift Sale ends Wednesday at Macy's. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply.
Winter is here. Are you prepared? Don't get left in the dark. Calvi Electric, a certified Generac dealer, has you covered. From installation to maintenance, they're your go-to experts for Generac generators, ensuring your home stays powered through any storm. A Generac home standby generator will automatically restore power to your home during an outage, so your life goes on uninterrupted. Put your trust in Calvi Electric, the premier electrical contractor, serving South Jersey for over 115 years. Visit calvielectric.com today and stay ahead of any storm.
At Straight Talk, we know the holidays are your time to say
yes.
So why put up with a wireless company that makes you say
out of data?
Or
no service here?
Switch to Straight Talk and say yes to real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network covered by Verizon. And with a free 5G phone when you activate select plans, someone else in your family can say yes! Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Based on RootMetrics State of 5G Report, United States 1H 2025. Experiences may vary. Not an endorsement of Verizon. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
For over 135 years, First Bank of Sea Isle City has proudly served Cape May County with a commitment to maintaining a hometown feel. We provide secure, convenient deposit and loan products every day. We're more than just a bank. We're a trusted community partner, offering personalized banking solutions that make life easier for local families of all ages. First Bank of Sea Isle City. Look for our lighthouse in your neighborhood and discover what makes us different.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Never thought this radio stunt would catch on so big.
On 97.3 ESPN.
Oh, welcome back in. It is the Sports Bash. Without Mike Gill today, I am Nick Earnshaw filling in alongside on-site producer Pete G. Cheap Seats, Pete. We got to get to another game, Cheap Seats, Pete.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. That Sixers game we went to, home opener. Against who, the Hornets?
Yeah.
That was a last-second shot, too. Grimes with that big three.
Grimesy with the big shot. I went to the Garden last Friday, a couple days ago. It was a good time. I love going to New York and seeing the wine and cheese fans upset walking out of the Garden. It's such a good time. I start singing the song. We have a lot of fun. And guess what? We're going to have a lot of fun right here.
You saw some foul grifting by Brunson?
Yeah, well, that's usually how that goes.
Yeah.
But we have a great guest coming up to talk all things Sixers. I hope he's not sick because it seems like a lot of guys on this team have been getting sick lately. RB, CEO and host of Philly Take with RB, great Sixers YouTube channel, Eagles content creator for A to Z Sports. Let's bring him in. RB, a lot of Sixers seem to be a little bit sick. B was sick, missed a couple games. Maxey was sick. There's a bug going around now. Edgecombe, they canceled shoot around this morning. What's going on, RB, with everybody getting sick in this lineup?
Dude, it was unreal, man. First off, happy holidays to you guys. And I was sick a couple weeks ago. I was down for at least a week and a half. So I know what they're going through. And the Sixers do this every year, man. Once we hit December, it's like a 2-week tradition where the whole team gets sick and, you know, it's one guy, then the next, then the next. They need to, I don't know, put these guys in a room or a hazmat or something. Get them away from the rest of the team, man.
Yeah, at this point, right? Like we need to see a full lineup maybe once this year. It would be so nice to eventually see it. But listen, the Sixers are playing really good basketball as of late. They play the Brooklyn Nets tonight, coming off back-to-back wins over the New York Knicks and the Dallas Mavericks. VJ Edgecombe has just been unbelievable. The guy is not scared of the moment, RB. What have you liked about VJ's game so far this season? Just getting thrown into things, and he's really kind of stepped up.
Every time he's been presented with an opportunity, he takes advantage of it. I think the best thing about VJ Edgecombe is his confidence. I mean, you don't see a lot of rookies come in and play the way that he has. You know, even from the first game against Boston, he was like, this is my moment, and I'm not scared to step on anybody's toes. You know, I'm not going to overstep the line. Give me the rock. Let me go do something with it. And he just makes so many plays in so many different ways, even if he's not scoring the ball, even if he's not shooting, you know, 3 threes or whatever, he's going to impact winning. And that's my favorite thing about VJ so far.
Yeah, he certainly impacted winning at the Garden, just was not afraid of those lights under there, and they had another big game against the Dallas Mavericks. I believe he's had 20 or more points in the last 4 games. One guy I do want to talk about who, you know, it's every night. Is he going to play? Is he not going to play? Is the big fella, Joel Embiid. With the way this team has played this year without Joel, where do you see him fitting in? I know there's been a lot of talk, well, the 3-guard sets have really worked, and, you know, how do you fit Joel? He kind of slow things down. What is your take on the way Joel fits into the puzzle here?
Man, it's hard to say. You know, I love Joel. I'll die on the Joel hill, but this team has been able to switch things up without him. The way they've been able to play multifaceted, running up and down the floor in transition, easy buckets off steals. It's a beautiful thing to see. I still think the team is better with Joel, but I think we have seen the passing of the torch. And a lot of people take that negatively towards Joel. I think it's a positive thing. For once in his career, we do not need to see Joel go out there on a random Tuesday in November and drop 43 for the Sixers to win. They have enough depth for once, and it's been nice to see. I mean, we still need to see it long-term consistently, but for now, this is Maxey's offense. I think he's proven that this year.
RB, I wanted to ask you about Nick Nurse and the job that he's done this year. Obviously, the rotations are kind of a question mark sometimes. His usage of McCain, could be a little bit better. But what are some things now that we're at the annual Disney on Ice road trip that Nurse has to improve on? And what are some things that, you can say Nick Nurse is a good coach, and this was a good decision by him?
Yeah, I think clock management is one, especially late in games. The Sixers have had a tough time drawing up that final play. There's been multiple instances this year where they have a big play or, game on the line, and they fail to get a shot off. They don't even execute the play in itself. Second off, I think, like you said, with Jared McCain, I believe in McCain. I think he has shown a lot of potential in a limited sample size. And, even the other day, we saw Nurse talk about it openly, saying, look, I'm trying to get this guy more minutes, but we need to see the whole lineup on the floor consistently. So I don't put 100% of that on Nick Nurse. I think he's a good coach. He's won at multiple levels. But at this point, being a championship head coach, you have to know how to feel the room out a little bit, and when we get into the fourth quarter of a game, we saw this so many times with Doc Rivers. Sometimes you can't go by the textbook. You have to feel the game. What's working, what isn't. I think Nurse has done a better job of that recently, and hopefully it continues because this team has a lot of talent.
We're talking with RB, CEO and host of Philly Take with RB, #1 Sixers YouTube channel. RB, I do want to talk about Andre Drummond and the career arc he has taken with shooting outside shots. And listen, he was a big piece to Joel Embiid a few years back before they traded him in the Ben Simmons trade. Having him as a backup center has really helped this team. What do you make of the career arc, him shooting outside shots here, RB?
It's unbelievable, man. It really, really is. I mean, we've seen it before with some of these traditional bigs that never take a three, and then 8 years into their career, here they come with a career year. It's insane. I mean, Drummond deserves so much credit. We've talked about Embiid and Paul George and the excess of talent with the young guards and all this stuff. How about Andre Drummond, man? I mean, is it fair to say he might be one of the most underrated pieces on this team? Joel Embiid has missed a lot of games, and Adem Bona, although very fun and elusive and exciting, hasn't really taken that step that we want to see in year two. And it's been the Andre Drummond minutes that have really held that, starting unit together. And now that he's shooting threes, I mean, a couple per game, what is he at, 43%? It's unreal, man. Shout out to Drummond, 14th year in the NBA. And all of a sudden, he became a three-point shooter, man.
Paul George, he's only played 11 games. But in those 11 games, he's really looked like maybe not a max player, but a guy that we could really count on. He just seems very competent out there, knows where to be, knows where to go. Still not going to be playing the back-to-backs, but what have you seen from PG, and what do you expect from him in 2026?
Incredible defense. He's been physical. I love the way he's playing, especially coming off the year you had last year. It was a disaster, right? We all know that, but mentally that can get to you. That can kind of be a stroke to your ego in a way where it's like, all right, you've been an all-star 9 times. Like, you have been in the defensive player of the year combos. And last year, everybody called you washed. They said your career was done. So to come back this year and to kind of really fit into a role, not have to be the guy all the time, but just excel at certain things that I feel like this team really has needed, especially without Kelly Oubre, has been phenomenal. And I always liked the Paul George signing. I mean, I think if we want to get into specifics, I think the Embiid extension was a little more questionable than the Paul George signing. He was brought here to do exactly what he's doing right now. It's nice that we're finally seeing it.
Talking with RB, Philly Take with RB. I want to ask you about Dominic Barlow because he has been a tremendous addition. I know Daryl Morey gets his flack for decisions he's made in the past, but Dominic Barlow has really worked out and has been an integral piece to this team, getting some offensive boards, coming up in big spots. What is your take on Dominic Barlow and the factor that he has been this year?
I think he's exactly what this team has always needed at the power forward position. They shelled out a max contract to Tobias Harris. They've had the George Niangs of the world and the PJ Tuckers, but This guy is 22 years old. A lot of people don't realize that, and he's just getting started. I feel like he's just scratching the surface. He's been a journeyman, never really made a career for himself. He came into this squad with, great intangibles, but really just he's in great shape, and you can see it compared to the rest of his career. He's physical, plays defense on all levels. He does the gritty things. That's my favorite thing about Barlow. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty. It's something we've talked about for many years with Tobias Harris. Barlow just goes out there. He doesn't try to overdo things. He just excels at his role. I love Barlow.
RB, we're not there yet, and it's only Christmas. We're not even at the New Year yet. For this team heading into the trade deadline, is there a piece you wouldn't mind moving on this roster? And what is it? What's the need, do you feel, that they would have to go into the trade deadline with, or would you just keep everything the same?
Man, that's a hard one to answer. I don't know. It's hard to know, and I feel like I'm sounding very optimistic right now. Sure, I have my concerns, but look at it this way. They're fourth in the Eastern Conference. We haven't even seen the full team together for that many games, and it's the one saying we always come back to. Can they stay healthy, right? If healthy, why can't this team be scary in the Eastern Conference? I don't really know what they need. They have the power forward. Trendon Watford is nursing an injury right now. Kelly Oubre is nursing an injury. By the way, he was playing fantastic to begin the season. They have multiple iterations of the guard lineups that they can roll with. And if Joel Embiid and Paul George are on the floor, I think this team can make some noise, and I think they've shown, I think something really big too is that they've played great late in games. Every game goes down to the wire. It's a character building thing. And I think they're learning early on, even the young guys, how to fare in those moments.
RB, obviously the Western Conference is kind of really good right now, but the Eastern Conference is pretty wide open. I mean, once Giannis gets healthy, that could maybe shift some things, but let me ask you where this Sixers team stacks up against teams like the Pistons, the Knicks, obviously, the Torontos of the world, Orlando. Where does the Sixers, where do they kind of stack up? And then where do you expect kind of Giannis to end up in 2026? Because that thing is really coming to a head.
Yeah, in terms of the Giannis thing, man, I mean, I definitely think the Bucks should send him out west, but I don't know if they're smart enough to do that. And I hope he doesn't stay in the East because, man, he is a damn good player. I've had the question, would you trade for Giannis? I mean, you have to give up a lot and re-sign him probably to a max. That's hard, man, especially with the injuries. But, I think Giannis will be on the move. I think the Sixers, though, are right in the mix. And I know I sound crazy, man. We say this every year. I'm sorry. I'm not afraid of the New York Knicks. They have to go all in this year.
Nobody should be. Nobody should be.
No, and the last couple postseasons, the Knicks have had almost walk-ins to the finals. They have not been able to capitalize. Pistons are a young, fun team. Are they ready for the moment? Who else? Toronto, fun team. I just feel like it's wide open. And with Boston and Indiana not being at full strength, I feel like it's wide open for the taking. You're right, though. The West is absolutely a juggernaut. I don't know how any team in the East will beat somebody in the West right now, but the East is wide open. And I think if all things go right, this could be the year we're punching a ticket to the conference finals. I know I'm crazy, man. I can't believe I'm saying it.
I love it.
Well, let's go, man. Sixers basketball is back, man. It's time to get excited about Sixers basketball, man. Let's go.
I needed this today because, I'm a pro Sixers guy here. I'm one of the only optimistics on this station who's been optimistic about the Sixers. They stay healthy. They got a shot, RB. They got a shot.
Go, man.
And that's where they are. So, RB, thank you so much for joining us. Before you get out of here, it's Festivus today. Happy Festivus to you. Happy holidays, all of it. We've been talking about, and we have a text board question up, about your all-time Philly sports grievance. Do you have one?
Grievance, like in what way are we talking about? Like something that we wish would have happened or like a certain loss, or is it wide open?
Wide open.
Oh, man. Well, I don't know if this is already
grinds your gears.
Yeah, I have two of them, and they're kind of aligned to me. One is the fact that the Sixers lost that Atlanta Hawks series. I think if that never goes that way, the Sixers probably win the championship.
That's a good one, man. The Ben Simmons, shot.
And the other one, which, I still, I went to the Phillies-Dodgers game 2 this year.
Oh.
If they don't lose game 6 and 7 to Arizona, I mean, we're talking about both of these teams in a completely different manner right now, right? Maybe the teams are actually still, I don't know, man. So not to bring the vibe down here on right before Christmas, but those 2 losses, I've said this before, will haunt these teams until they win. And hopefully it's sooner rather than later that they win.
Those are some great grievances right there. It is Festivus.
That's a good one, the Hawks series.
Yeah, it's great. It's a good one. It is a good one. Well, RB, thank you so much for joining us today. CEO and host of Philly Take with RB, joining us on 97.3 ESPN. The Sports Bash with Mike Gill, Nick Earnshaw filling in. Thanks again, RB.
Thanks so much, guys.
All right, there he is, RB, Philly Take with RB, Sixers YouTube channel and Eagles content creator for A to Z Sports.
That was their series, man. That Hawks
series, man.
Rivers in the post-game press conferences. I don't know if Ben Simmons, we can win a championship with him.
I mean, they had multiple chances. Like, you can go any Sixers series. You can go the Kawhi shot.
Kawhi shot.
That. You can go with the Atlanta series. You can go with a whole multitude
Even
of
recently
things.
with the Nick Nurse timeout in the Knicks series.
Yeah, either one. Oh, and then you could have went with the referees in the next series, too, because they were awful in that one. Probably stole a game from the Sixers. So there's a lot of them to go around. I want to thank RB for joining us. Text in your grievances, all right? Your all-time Philly sports grievances. We're having fun today. It's Festivus. We're getting a little negative before the holiday cheer starts tomorrow at Christmas Eve. We're having a great time live at Chickies and Petes at the Tropicana. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill. Pete Giordano on site producing. Josh Henning back at the studio. You're listening to 97.3 ESPN.
It's Flyers Blackhawks tonight on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app. Listen as Tim Saunders and Todd Fedork bring you all the exciting play-by-play action.
Tonight he's got Zegras going to the net. Zegras shoots. He scores! Trevor Zegras buries his 14th of the year.
It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey tonight. Coverage begins after Sixers basketball on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia Flyers hockey.
Oh, a save again by Vladar.
97.3 ESPN.
You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Now at RK Kia of Vineland. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. $199. Lease new 26 Kia K4 LXs from just $199 a month. $199 for 24 months. New front-wheel drive 26 Kia Sorento S, just $388 a month. $388. Final year-end pricing at RK Kia of Vineland. Need credit? We work with all types of credit situations. Plus, you get RK coverage, no charge. Ding repair, tire repair, wheel repair, windshield repair, and more. No charge. You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Our lowest prices of the year. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. During the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. RK Kia of Vineland. RK does it right. MyRKKia.com. MyRKKia.com.
To qualified buyers, plus tax and title. For details, call 856-641-1111 or MyRKKia.com.
With appliance savings at the Home Depot, get up to 40% off select innovative appliances like GE Profile. Add a touch of ease to your holiday with the all-in-one combo to wash and dry your laundry in one machine. And refrigerators with built-in convenient features like the dual dispense autofill water pitcher. Shop appliance savings plus free delivery on select GE appliances now at the Home Depot. Free delivery on select GE appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid 12/11 through 1/1. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Ring in 2026 at Nola's Bar and Lounge at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City. Make this New Year's an unforgettable night and enjoy a premium hosted bar and live music all night. Whether you're dancing the night away or toasting with friends, Nola's Bar and Lounge at Ocean Casino Resort is the place to celebrate the beginning of the new year. For tickets, visit theoceanac.com.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit tremfya.com.
It was the night before Christmas. It was cold in our pad. The heat wasn't working, and that made us mad. So we called up Broadleys, and they said not to worry. We'll have a serviceman there in a big hurry. He fixed up our heater. It didn't take long. Being an expert, he knew exactly what's wrong. And as that serviceman pulled just out of sight, we heard, "Merry Christmas from Broadleys, and to all a warm night." I'm Brian Broadley, and we wish you a happy holiday from our family to yours. If you need emergency service, call us at 609-390-3907.
With Progressive, renters can save on protection for the things that make your place yours, even things that don't make sense to everyone.
People always wonder why I don't get rid of my guitar since I never play. But it's like, what if I actually end up taking lessons? Sure, I've had it for 8 years, but if I get rid of it, then what will my New Year's resolution be next January?
Exactly. So bundle your renters and auto and save with Progressive and protect the things that make sense to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
I'm Mike Mackler. At Goldenberg Mackler, we represent you, not the insurance companies. When seriously injured in any type of accident, call us. We'll speak with you for free and fight to get you the money you deserve. When injured, make the right call to Goldenberg Mackler.
For the best lawyer, call Goldenberg Mackler. With 4 convenient locations to better serve you: Atlantic City, Northfield, Rio Grande, and Vineland. Call us at 609-344-7131.
Looking to lower your energy bills and boost home comfort? South Jersey Gas has you covered with a no-cost in-home, whole-home energy assessment. Our energy expert will review your home's energy efficiency and provide a personalized report of energy-saving improvements. Plus, you may also receive energy-efficient upgrades like faucet aerators, smart power strips, and LED light bulbs at no cost to you. Don't wait to save money and energy. Schedule your whole-home energy assessment today at sjgsaveenergy.com or call 201-690-7897 today.
You're listening to The Sports Bash with Mike Gill on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, welcome back in. It is The Sports Bash. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill today. By the way, the 3 p.m. hour is sponsored by Broadleys Plumbing, Heating, and AC. Broadleys is your trusted source for heating and plumbing service and installation for generations. Call them at 609-390-3907 or visit them online at broadleys.net. All right. So, with that being said, I want to get back to some of the texts here. Jerry and Ebsekin. He's got a couple of grievances for you. Throwback grievances here, Pete G. He says, my worst Philly things have happened when the 1964 Phillies lost that giant lead and when the Warriors traded Wilt Chamberlain. We're going way back.
That's before my time, before your time. You know, that's way back.
Before all time.
Oh, way
But we all do remember the 64 Phillies season. That's
yeah. I do remember that.
Can I just say really quick, I feel like part of the reason why there is such a divide among Philly fans is because of the age difference. You know, there's a whole group of fans who they grew up when everything stunk. And then you get guys like you, Earnshaw, who grew up when things were better.
Yeah, I have grown up essentially in the golden era of Philly sports for the most part. I've seen multiple championships.
Right, you've seen a World Series, you've seen 2 Super Bowls. The only thing, Nick, you haven't seen is an NBA and a Stanley Cup.
Well, I got to see the Flyers
haven't either.
in the Stanley Cup.
Right, you saw them in the Cup.
I don't remember the Sixers past the second round because I was born in 2000, 01.
Wow.
I don't
That's
really
poor.
remember that. I don't really remember it, unfortunately. Sadly.
I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
The Flyers, they have their fans, man, and those fans they love the Flyers, but a lot of them have not seen them win a Stanley Cup.
I haven't. You know, I've seen them reach the Cup multiple times, but I've never seen them actually win a Cup. That was the 1970s.
Yeah, back to back in the 70s. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. All right, a couple more texts I want to get to real quick.
Get 'em.
We have one. It's not really a grievance, but a response to our last segment. If the Sixers stay healthy, you're hoping for something that has never happened. We could hope.
Win the East.
We could hope.
Right.
They have a good enough team to do it if they stay healthy. We've said what if for years and years and years. And they've kind of, like, this year, I know everyone's sick now. VJ Edgecombe, Dominic Barlow, Walker. I mean, they're all,
It's all your fault, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I have no problem with a sick day. If Tyrese Maxey might have taken one a little earlier, maybe the whole team wouldn't be sick here. See? So, it is what it is. I'm just kidding.
Instead, Tyrese Maxey's forced to play like 45 minutes a game.
Yeah, so
double overtime.
Yeah,
and
he'll be playing pretty much all night. But I think with Tyrese Maxey and the Sixers, with guys in and out, and Embiid being in and out, questionable each night, it's like, is he going to play? Is he not going to play? I mean, they've played pretty well, to say the least, with all of the ins and outs of the lineup. Imagine if they had a little bit of cohesiveness.
I think with what RB said earlier in the interview was right, is the passing of the torch has happened. This is Maxey's team. The style of play should cater to Tyrese Maxey. Everyone should be deferring to Tyrese Maxey and see where they go.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's in the MVP running. He might not win it, but overall, the Sixers have been much better. But listen, I think with the Sixers, they got a shot because the East is wide open. Wide open. So, I mean, that's where we're at. We'll get to the text board in just a second. Usually around this time, it's the Unsportsmanlike Moment of the Day, which is brought to you by White Horse RV Center. Find fall closeout savings on 2025s and select pre-owned RVs. Shop now before they're gone at White Horse RV. Your RV adventure starts here. Obviously, today a little bit different. No Gill today, but we're going to get back to the text board. Paul from Millville, he's got a grievance, and this is a good one. My all-time sports grievance is the 2009 World Series. Do the Phillies become a dynasty if they win that championship and repeat? Do the Phillies go through that decade of long exile from the playoffs? The World Series loss still eats at me 15 years later. I was 9 years old. I was introduced to disappointment around then. So
at least that team had 08. This team, they had that Diamondback series. They blew it.
Yeah.
They were up 2-0. They blew Game 6 and Game 7 at home. That was a tough one for me. That's another grievance I'll put on the list.
Yeah, that's a good one. Diamondback series. I mean, there are so many Philly sports grievances. We have just touched the surface with them today. So keep them texting.
Because maybe people won't hate Nick Castellanos as much if he's a World Series champion.
609-403-0973. Keep sending your grievances in. On the other side, inside the Birds, Adam Kaplan. Football at 4 coming up.
It's Sixers Nets tonight on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the Sixers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Rises for three. It's in the air. Rimming no Embiid with a rebound. He puts it back up. It's good, and he's fouled. Joel Embiid is back. He puts it in, and the Sixers are going to the line.
It's Sixers basketball tonight. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia 76ers basketball. 97.3 ESPN.
Was the night before Christmas. It was cold in our pad. The heat wasn't working, and that made us mad. So we called up Broadleys, and they said not to worry. We'll have a serviceman there in a big hurry. He fixed up our heater. It didn't take long. Being an expert, he knew exactly what's wrong. And as that serviceman pulled just out of sight, we heard, Merry Christmas from Broadleys, and to all a warm night. I'm Brian Broadley, and we wish you a happy holiday from our family to yours. If you need emergency service, call us at 609-390-3907.
With Progressive, you can reach customer service in the way that's easiest for you, by phone, app, or online. We know it would be great if we just magically appeared, but that's more of a genie thing, and we do insurance. But with us, you'd be like, well, it wasn't a genie, but it was great customer service, so that's nice. And sure, you probably would still like the whole 3 wishes thing, so if you meet a genie, you should definitely ask. But when you need us, contact Progressive by phone, app, or online. Just no genies. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
It's beginning to look a lot like holidays on the house at DraftKings Casino.
Celebrate the season with bright lights and big wins on all of your favorite casino games. Spin more than 1,000 slots, everything from the classics to exclusive new releases, and new players get 500 spins over 10 days on your choice of cash or option slots. Download the DraftKings Casino app and sign up with code DK973. That's DK973. Then choose from 10 different cash or option slots and let it spin. In partnership with DraftKings Casino, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 or older, physically present in New Jersey. Eligibility restrictions apply. Non-withdrawable casino spins issued as 50 spins per day for 10 days. Valid for feature games only and expire each day after 24 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends January 25th, 2026 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
Thinking of driving home a new Kia? It's gotta be a Matt Blatt Kia. With 3 locations and over 500 Kias in stock, it's gotta be a Matt Blatt Kia. When it's gotta be a great deal, it's gotta be a Matt Blatt Kia. Visit mattblattkia.com.
Christmas is just around the corner, and if you still have gifts to buy, the best place to do that is Macy's Great Gift Sale. Get amazing deals on last-minute gifts like fine jewelry and fragrance sets, boxed and ready to give. And everything from designer bags to Nespresso coffee makers at 30 to 60% off. Plus, your Macy's is the most festive place this holiday, so come in and find everything left on your list all in one place. The Great Gift Sale ends Wednesday at Macy's. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply.
Guys, thanks for helping me carry my Christmas tree.
Zoe, this thing weighs a ton.
Drewski, lift with your legs, man.
Santa! Did you get my letter?
He's talking to you, Bridges.
I'm not that.
Of course he did. Right, Santa?
You know, my elf Drewski here, he handles the nice list.
An elf? I'm 6'3". What everyone wants is iPhone 17. And at T-Mobile, you can get it on them. That center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. Right, Mrs. Claus?
I'm Mrs. Claus's much younger sister. And at T-Mobile, there's no trade-in needed when you switch, so you can keep your old phone.
Or give it as a gift.
And the best part, you can make the switch to T-Mobile from your phone in just 15 minutes.
Nice. My side of the tree is slipping.
Timber!
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Switch in just 15 minutes and get iPhone 17 on us with no trade-in needed.
With 24 monthly bill credits for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Finance agreement, 256 gigs, $830. Eligible port in a new line. $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Hey, it's Brighton Richards with Apex East Roofing. Yep, the blonde-haired girl in the original pink truck. Our family-owned business is proud to be an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred and Certainteed 5-star siding contractor. What does that mean for you? Premium products, expert installations, and the strongest warranties in the industry. So your home stays beautiful and protected for decades.
Get a price on your roof in 30 seconds at ApexEastRoofing.com.
South Jersey's official play-by-play home of the Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers.
At 0 point would I ever consider not being a fan of the team.
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey. 97.3 ESPN presents The Sports Bash with Mike Gill. It's time for Football at 4 with Adam Kaplan. Powered by the Inside the Birds podcast.
I give my heart and soul to this franchise, as so many of us do.
Now live, this is Football at 4.
All right, welcome back into the Sports Bash, live from Chickies and Petes inside the Tropicana. Football at 4 is brought to you by Ocean Casino Resort and the Gallery Bar. Booking games, the place to be this football season is Ocean Casino. Go to the Gallery, go to the Ocean, go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. All right, it is now time for Adam Kaplan from Inside the Birds to join us here at Football at 4. Adam, listen, the Eagles' offense, it's been much better over the past couple of weeks. What is the state of this offense right now heading into Week 17 against the Buffalo Bills?
Adam, more so on Jalen Hurts. Is this the Eagles, the last 3 games you mentioned, is this the Eagles, Sirianni, Patullo, working with him more? Was Jalen feeling the pressure a little bit after that 5-turnover game? What's been the change? I mean, what's the reason for the change these last couple games with Jalen? And Scott Loeffler, right.
Adam, the running game has been much better as of late as well. Saquon Barkley, 132 yards and a touchdown. Tank Bigsby getting in the end zone last week as well. What do you make of the way the run game has progressed over the past couple of weeks?
Adam, the wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith in particular, what have you seen from those two guys? Maybe route concepts, have they changed that up a little bit? What have you seen from A.J. and Smitty the last couple games when compare them to what you saw in September and October of this year?
We're talking with Adam Kaplan inside the Birds, football at 4. Adam, I want to talk about Dallas Goedert because he has had a couple of weeks here against the Raiders, had 2 touchdowns. Probably should have had 3, as well as last week had a touchdown against the Commanders. He has looked really good. What have you noticed from Dallas Goedert getting more involved in the passing game later here on in the season, as well as some of the other tight ends, Latu, as well as Calcaterra? Have they progressed at all throughout this season and over the course of the last couple of weeks? He did.
Adam, on the offensive line, significant challenges this year due to injuries like to Lane Johnson, Landon Dickerson, Cam Jurgens. All 3 of those guys have been banged up, which has really impacted the running game and the pass protection and the tush push. I mean, that was a debacle on Saturday. But is this and you can talk about the tush push a little bit there too. But is this O-line kind of going to get stabilized here the last couple games of the season in your mind? Adam, one last one for you, and it has to do with the special teams. Jake Elliott
has been struggling. People want to bring in another kicker to give him some competition. I don't know if that'll happen. He's been struggling, but also the kick return game has been a mess throughout the entirety of the season. Will Shipley last week just very indecisive, the fumble to start the game. Where is this special teams unit at, and starting with the kicker and then to the kick returning game? Oh. No. Yeah, he definitely is right now. It's the wrong time for him to be struggling. Adam, I want to thank you so much again for joining us today. Football at 4. Happy Festivus. Hopefully you get all your grievances out today. But have a great holiday. We appreciate you, as always, for joining us at Football at 4. Yeah. All right, there's Adam Kaplan. Football at 4 is brought to you by Ocean Casino Resort at the Gallery Bar. Booking games. The place to be this football season is Ocean Casino. Go to the Gallery. Go to Ocean. Go for the win. For more information, visit oceanac.com. All right, that was Adam Kaplan from Inside the Birds for Football at 4 every single day right here on the Sports Bash. What's up, Pete? I know
I'm itching, yes.
You wanted to get something else in.
Well, the Jake Elliott thing is concerning. Adam's got me hot and bothered here because we did this last year with Jake, right?
Yeah.
He struggled in the regular season, but then he turned it on in the postseason.
Yep.
Had that great game against LA in the snow. Are we going to do this again? We're going to do this again, right? So we're going to cross our fingers. Are we going to revisit this in the offseason? Is it time to maybe think about getting somebody else in here in the offseason?
In the offseason, sure. I think it's fair for next year.
We could have done that this
in
past
training
offseason.
camp to bring in another guy to give him some competition. Now, let's say the same thing happens again, Pete, where they head into the postseason and he's fine. He hits some really big kicks. Then you're going to forget all about this. You're going to forget all about this again, and it's going to run the cycle
until
once
he
more.
shanks one
until
to the left.
Until he double doinks to
shanks
end the game. That's the next time they're going to get rid of Jake Elliott. Because he's actually probably going to go into the Eagles' Ring of Honor. I mean, David Akers is in there. He's got 2 Super Bowls, okay?
Well,
and he has one of the most iconic kicks in Eagles history.
Yep. Couple things really quick. One, yes, Elliott is on pace to break almost all of David Akers' records.
Yes.
If he has like moderately successful seasons moving forward. But I think the biggest difference between Jake Elliott in years past and this year is, in years past, there were injuries that was a problem. He had these injury issues, with his ankle and his back and all this stuff. There's been no reporting that I've heard or seen about him with an injury this year. Yeah. So to me, that's where it's the difference is. It's gone from being, hey, injury impacted performance. Now, Pete, as you and I talked about yesterday, it's the idea of, is it mental? Is it mechanical? Is it something?
Or is it physical that he's just losing a step?
Yeah, but see, that's where I don't. Kickers can kick forever. Like those guys,
Right.
I mean, we've seen guys
but their leg, he's missing these 55-yarders.
But he's not missing distance. He's missing.
True.
Like pulling it
accuracy-wise,
pushing it right. Like it's almost like Scott Grayson used the comment of a golf drive, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like it's almost like he's not placing his foot in the right spot, but he thinks he's putting his foot in the right spot.
Because he was missing wide left every single time.
Right, he wasn't missing like short. He wasn't kicking it like too high or too low. It looked like identical kicks the first two.
It was
he
the
missed.
same spot.
Like, it was eerie.
Yeah, it was something where it reminded me of Parkey when he would just hit the goalpost at the goalpost at the goalpost before the eventual double doink.
Right.
I hope that's not the case with Jake Elliott, where it's going to go wide left by like a couple of feet every time he kicks in the postseason. So you got to hope he gets it together.
That's my question.
Let's not panic completely because there's a couple weeks left.
But we can't keep doing this every year.
Not every year.
It's not a 5-alarm fire, but it is a. There is a.
I would have 911 on speed dial. Okay.
Yo, Pete G wanted to get one more question about Elliott in. He was chomping at the bit.
Well, Kaplan is talking to him. That concerns me.
Yeah.
What he just said.
So, all right, there it is. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill here on the Sports Bash. Now it is time for the Friday 5, the Sports Bash Friday 5. It's Tuesday, however. We're getting it in on a Tuesday today. It's brought to you by the Jersey Cow. It's a year-long thing in Northfield, Absecon, and Brigantine. The best ice cream is at the Jersey Cow. All right, it's now time for the Friday 5. All right, heading into next week, there is some really good games and there are some stinkers. I'm going to give you my 5 games heading into Week 17. For me, I think you got to look at this one. I think it's a big matchup. Texans, Chargers, Pete G, Josh, Herbert, Stroud. This is 2 playoff teams ready to go, eking it out.
Yeah, I would go Chargers in this game. I liked what I saw from them last week. Both teams have clinched a spot in the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, they're both
seeding.
They're both in the playoffs thanks to the Colts losing.
Yep.
Pop last night.
That was so weird. That scenario. There are 3 teams that all clinch a playoff spot. There's only one playoff spot left in the AFC.
Because of 44-year-old Phillip Rivers.
Well, they didn't lose the game because of Phillip. They lost the game because the Colts defense gave up 5 touchdown passes to Brock Purdy.
Yep, that's where you're at. All right, I like that one. I'm probably going to take the Chargers in that game. I think Herbert, he's been unbelievable, man. He's been unbelievable this year.
I'm taking the under in that game. That's what I'm taking.
Ooh, all right, he's taking the under. All right, another one. I think this is a pretty well-known one that should be in everybody's list. Bears, 49ers, Sunday Night Football.
Huge.
PG and Josh.
Huge game. Massive game.
Niners have a shot at the 1 seed after last night. If they win their final 2 games, they're in.
They do.
Get the bye.
And you don't want that. The Bears got to do everybody a favor and win this game.
Yeah, Chicago has to win
even if
this
that
game.
costs Philly the 2 seed.
The spread
I'd rather go to Chicago than San Fran.
Would you?
Yes.
In January? In
We've done it before. We'll do it again.
Okay.
They'll beat whoever. I think the Eagles will beat either one of them. But that's just me. The spread on that game is 3 right now. The Niners are favored in that one. All right.
Sunday Night Football, by the way.
Sunday Night Football. All right, moving along. I think this one is going to be an interesting one because it has a lot to do with the top pick in the top 5.
Oh,
Titans,
goodness.
Saints.
You're giving us this game
He
to
is
keep an
going
eye
off
on?
script here.
You want us to keep an eye on Cam Ward against Tyler Shuck? Okay.
I wanted to throw you a ball. And by the way, the Saints have been playing good football.
Both these teams have played their way out of a first overall pick, okay? I don't know why you picked this game.
I wanted to pick this game just to throw you for one, all right?
Somewhere Mike Gill is rolling over, just like rolling his eyes. Like, this is not the intention of this segment. Poor Jersey Cow trying to get the best games for the best ice cream in South Jersey, and you gave him a stinker.
Absolutely. All right, next one. I want to go Seahawks and Panthers.
Now we're back on track.
Seattle, they're vying for one, all right? They are vying for
so
a
are the
spot,
Panthers.
The top seed, and the Panthers are trying to get into the postseason as well. So this is a big one. Pete G, Josh Henning, your thoughts?
Panthers, big game, big win against Tampa. Seattle is a 7.5-point favorite on the road, 1 o'clock game on the East Coast. That tells you a lot about what Vegas thinks of Carolina.
Vegas is manipulating everybody out there because if you actually look at the line closer, you'll see the value is not exactly a regular value.
Oh, you got it all figured out, huh, Henning?
Well, listen,
got it all figured out.
The last time a team went from the West Coast to the East Coast, they lost to Carolina. That was the Rams a couple weeks ago. So don't underestimate the West Coast to East Coast
You're calling
impact.
this a Vegas special?
I'm calling this a Vegas is trying to take your money, bro.
Wow. All right. Last one. Ravens, Packers. Can the Ravens sneak in somehow, some way, under 500, 7-8? The Packers right now are in that final spot, 7 seed. Will Malik Willis, Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, he going to play? They're dealing with some injuries after that debacle against the Bears.
Ooh.
Josh, PG, what do we make?
Yeah, Ravens, I don't know what to think about them, man. They tripped up last week. They really should have won that game. They were winning. I don't know, man. Packers, again, that's another team that tripped up against Chicago. They were winning that game. Both these teams should be pissed off at how they ended Week 16. So, Ravens, man, I'm disappointed in them this season.
They dealt with a lot of injuries this year.
They did, but Lamar, he was in and out of practice. Now he's got a banged-up back. Again, I'm very disappointed in Baltimore this season.
The Ravens have fallen apart. And before we get to – and by the way, so, Pete, get ready.
They have the roster to make the Super Bowl.
Well, they haven't executed like a roster to make a Super Bowl. And by the way, John Harbaugh benching Derrick Henry for the fourth quarter of that game was
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
That was strange.
That was weird.
I mean, I know he had the fumble, which maybe messed some things up, but I don't know what's going to happen with Harbaugh in the offseason, but
well, Pete, get ready to pick your game that Nick might have missed because that's kind of what we do with this Football Friday thing. Gil usually asks me my game that I think he should have added to the list. So, Pete, while you do that, I'm just going to say I think the biggest part of this game is the fact that it's in Green Bay. I think the fact that the Ravens now take another game on the road. They got to travel to Green Bay. They're already banged up. They're already miserable. I think Green Bay is in a prime position to get a nice little win for the weekend and then sit down and watch the Bears play on Sunday Night Football.
All right, a game that you probably missed.
What I miss, Pete?
Nuggets. How about Christmas night? Broncos at Chiefs. Short week for both teams. Chiefs got absolutely embarrassed.
Annihilated
Gardner
by
Minshew
the Titans.
Out.
Both quarterbacks out. Travis Kelce probably playing his final 2 games for the Chiefs.
Yep.
Denver's pissed off after losing to Jacksonville. Again, short week for both teams, Christmas night. How about that game?
It's a solid game. That's a solid game. I don't mind that. Travis Kelce starting to wrap it up here. Broncos continuing to try get their season off a loss to keep that going, keep that rolling.
So 8:15 is that game. Now, if you're an NBA guy, that's Rockets-Lakers at 8 p.m. So are you going Broncos-Chiefs at 8:15?
Yeah, NFL took over, man.
Okay.
They just
so,
totally
that's LeBron and Luka.
Yeah.
Against KD.
Those Sixers this year on Christmas Day. All right, that's the Friday.
Well, hold on. I got to give you mine.
Okay. All right.
Good grief, Nick. What are you doing over there?
We're running out of time here.
Well, it's not my fault you were rambling about Jake Elliott for so long after Kaplan.
Listen, that's Pete. Pete was like all in. He was chomping at the bit.
I could have gotten one final question in there about Jake.
No way.
It's the holiday season. Come on. It's not giving.
Pete's piling up the grievances at this point.
That's his grievance for today.
No, the game you missed is Steelers-Browns.
Why?
Because Myles Garrett can break the record. The sack record.
All right.
And you know what? In his entire career, Myles Garrett has never sacked Aaron Rodgers.
Whoa.
Look at Henning pulling a nugget out.
Wow.
How about that?
And by the way, there's no Eagles in the time slot at 1 o'clock. So you can watch your Browns and Steelers and then tune into the Eagles at 4:25.
So he's one full sack away from breaking
Well, he's actually
the record.
half a sack from tying the record. He's a
Right.
full sack from breaking it. But he has to do it this Sunday, or to me, it's null and void. Because you got to get it within the 16 games, guys.
That's
I don't
the
want
Saquon Barkley argument.
Exactly. Thank you. You
Gastineau-
understand. You understand, Pete.
You know, Gastineau is going to be like just so angry, especially.
I
if he
want him
got
to
it
be
in the
angry.
Final week.
That guy needs mental help.
Oh, he's
You guys
gonna
see
be
that
upset.
documentary earlier this year?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. The guy, that guy is like Festivus every day of the year.
he's gonna have a grievance with another guy breaking his record. Maybe he should join Strahan out there if he breaks it. All right, here's your Friday Five, presented by the Jersey Cow. All right, on the other side, we got a whole lot to get to: nuggets, pizza, Josh's jerky. We got a ton to get to. A whole pallet, a whole plate. On the other side, you're listening to the Sports Bash without Mike Gill, Nick Earnshaw, here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles continue the 2025 season this Sunday in Buffalo against the Bills.
Back goes Allen. Allen has time. Too much time. Now they've got him! They've got him! It's a sack! It's Brandon Graham!
Pre-game coverage starts at 3 p.m. with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 4:25. This is where the Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Now at RK Kia of Vineland. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. $199. Lease new 26 Kia K4 LXs from just $199 a month. $199 for 24 months. New front-wheel drive 26 Kia Sorento S. Just $388 a month. $388. Final year-end pricing at RK Kia of Vineland. Need credit? We work with all types of credit situations. Plus, you get RK coverage. No charge. Ding repair, tire repair, wheel repair, windshield repair, and more. No charge. You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Our lowest prices of the year. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. During the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. RK Kia of Vineland. RK does it right. MyRKKia.com. MyRKKia.com.
To qualified buyers, plus tax and title. For details, call 856-641-1111 or myrkkia.com.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Over 40 years ago, John Jenkins Sr. changed the game by inventing the heated bench that keeps football players warm on the sidelines. That's right, the Jenkins family brought comfort to the gridiron. And today, they bring the same winning formula to homes and businesses across the region. Jenkins, a 3-generation family-run team you can trust in the clutch. Need a new gas furnace, boiler, or hot water heater? Ask about utility loans up to $25,000 at 0% for 7 years. And rebates up to $2,950. Visit JenkinsandSons.com.
Christmas is just around the corner, and if you still have gifts to buy, the best place to do that is Macy's Great Gift Sale. Get amazing deals on last-minute gifts like fine jewelry and fragrance sets, boxed and ready to give. And everything from designer bags to Nespresso coffee makers at 30 to 60% off. Plus, your Macy's is the most festive place this holiday, so come in and find everything left on your list all in one place. The Great Gift Sale ends Wednesday at Macy's. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply.
Experience casino like never before at Bet365. Spin your way through your favorite games. Check out our awesome table games and face off against a real live dealer. And play exclusive games that you simply can't play anywhere else. New Bet365 players get a 100% deposit match bonus up to $1,000 plus spins. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically present in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. T&Cs apply.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit away. ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ziprecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ziprecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ziprecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
This holiday season, make dreams come true with Whitehorse RV Center. Don't wait for spring. Adventure starts now. At Whitehorse RV Center, your perfect RV is ready for unforgettable journeys, from cozy winter getaways to cross-country adventures. With our year-end savings, trusted brands, and family service since 1973, there's never been a better time to buy. Live the dream today at Whitehorse RV Center, where memories begin and adventures never end. Because at Whitehorse RV Center, your RV adventure starts here.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So what's that about?
So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Get your game on at the Fanatic Sportsbook in the gallery at Ocean Casino Resort. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com.
This is the Town Square, New Jersey Info and Weather Network.
Progressive Insurance presents the Sports Flash on 97.3 ESPN.
The Eagles heading to Buffalo Sunday for a matchup with the Bills. Philadelphia clinching the NFC East. They sit at 10-5, while Buffalo, with the top rushing offense in the NFL, led by James Cook, are 11-4, have won 4 straight games with an offense that's putting up over 28 points a contest. The Flyers are in Chicago tonight to take on the Blackhawks. It's the start of a 5-game road trip. Monday, the Flyers beat Vancouver at home 5-2 and have recorded at least 1 point in 7 of their last 8 games. Philadelphia put up 4 goals in the third period. 5 different skaters lit the lamp on the night. Sixers hosting the Brooklyn Nets tonight. Philadelphia has won 6 of 8, coming off Saturday's victory against the Dallas Mavericks. 4 players listed on the injury report for tonight's game with an illness, including Joel Embiid, Quentin Grimes, and rookie VJ Edgecombe.
Bundle auto and home, renters, or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm John Thayer on 97.3 ESPN.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Take the winning drive to RK Kia of Vineland, where you get RK coverage, no charge. RK does it right. RK Kia of Vineland. MyRKKia.com.
Merry Christmas from all of us at 97.3 ESPN.
Ho, ho, ho. My home for sports.
South Jersey's home for Eagles football.
Welcome back in to the Sports Bash. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill today. Pete G, Cheap Seats Pete, on-site producing. Josh Henning back at the studio producing, doing a great job per usual. All right, we got a full platter. Not a ton of time to get it all in, but that's okay. We're going to take a dip into the nuggets. We got a piece of pizza. We got some jerky from Josh. Ton of stories to get to. I'm going to start it off with a nugget here, and we'll get back to the text board in the next hour as well. But we'll start off with a nugget, and this one I thought was fascinating to me, that Preston Mattingly, general manager of the Philadelphia Phillies, he appeared on the Baseball is Dead podcast.
Never heard this podcast before I saw this story this morning. I'm just being honest.
Listen. Yeah, this is why it's a nugget. Now you know about it, all right? Now you know about what Preston had to say. And Preston had an interesting quote from this podcast regarding negotiations with free agents, signing players, etc. He said, quote, "That's something that the Philadelphia Phillies don't do. So we're kind of upfront with guys on this." And that is, they do not give players opt-out clauses in any of their contracts. The Philadelphia Phillies, as an organization, will not give players any opt-out clauses. Now, Pete, Josh, for you, is this... I don't even know how to word this. Is this something that they should probably take a look at and maybe revise as an organizational philosophy? Because, honestly, you don't want to be stuck in all of these long-term deals. And we see across baseball, guys get opt-outs after 1 year, 2 years, which could give you a little more flexibility as a team as well as the player. The fact they don't do it at all, they just don't do opt-out clauses, they could be missing out on key guys here, Pete.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably want to do it on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you're missing out on a guy like Kyle Tucker or, I'm just throwing a name out there, you probably want to.
Bellinger.
Yeah, I mean, you probably want to give him an opt-out if that's what he wants. So, I mean, I would do it on a case-by-case basis.
Josh? No opt-out clauses at all. I think this is kind of malpractice in my estimation.
I feel like this is another example of Dave Dombrowski telling us how much smarter he is than everybody. I never did this with the Marlins or the Tigers or Red Sox, so why should I do it now? You can't be so stringent that you never do something. Like, for example, if the make or break reason why you can't bring back JT Realmuto, just use him as an example, is because you won't give a mutual or a player option, that's going to be the breaking point. And then JT signing on the team, you're stuck with Marshall, probably get injured by May. Come on.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Seriously, you could be losing out on free agents, first of all, and then second of all, you would have guys for how many years? Like you're stuck with Trey, you're stuck with Bryce, you're stuck with all these guys until their late 30s. The fact you're not going to have an opt-out at some point in there, you're just saying, no, we're not doing them at all, not even on a case-by-case basis. I mean, I'm getting more frustrated with the Phillies day by day. Day by day. And they might be my just overall grievance for the entire year because this is a franchise that should have won a World Series with this era. There's no excuses. And now we're doing this stupid stuff to try and outsmart everybody else by not giving opt-out clauses in any contracts to any new free agents, to any re-signee. I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke. The fact they're upfront about it. Yeah, we tell guys we're not going to do any opt-out clauses.
Yeah, it's cute.
I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke. You lose so much leverage by just doing that. I don't know of any other franchise across sports that does that.
Well, what's worse, giving a guy an 11-year contract, i.e. Trey Turner or Bryce Harper, 13 years? What's worse, that length or giving an opt-out? Obviously,
it's the length.
The length, right?
The length of the contract. It's this idea that the only reason why you land fill-in-the-blank players because you have to give them 10, 12 years. We got to stop these long-term deals. It's just dumb.
It's getting ridiculous. And the fact that's how they start their negotiations, don't love the tactic. Now, I understand the idea here. I can understand we're going to keep you for a long time. You're going to be a Philly. You're going to be integrated into our culture and clubhouse. That's all fine and well. This is 2025. You need opt-outs. I'm sorry. If you want to get to a World Series and elevate your team and not maybe have to pay as much because there's opt-out clauses, would have loved to have Nick Castellanos get an opt-out. I wish he opted out 2 years ago.
I wish the Phillies had a team option on Nick Castellanos.
Jeez, it's unbelievable. So I'm not on board with this philosophy at all. I think they're going to lose out on free agents because of this. They probably already have. And it's just not smart business in 2025 to not include opt-outs, especially on players who are a little bit older, especially if you're signing those type of guys. I'm out on it, Pete G and Josh.
Well, that was a good one, Earnshaw.
All right, give me a slice of pizza, would you, Pete?
I'm going to stick with the baseball. Slice of pizza, with pepperoni, maybe some pineapple. Phillies star Bryce Harper announced on Instagram today, December 23rd, that he will be joining Team USA for the WBC in 2026. He joins Kyle Schwarber, who's already on the roster. Other guys like Aaron Judge, Cal Raleigh, Those guys are going to be on Team USA. Japan, of course, won the whole thing a few years ago. Team USA lost in the finals to Team Japan. But is this giving you a little PTSD with what we saw with Joel Embiid and his try at the Olympics? We're not going to be seeing Harper down in Clearwater for about 10 days or so. If Bryce gets off to a slow start in April and May, are you going to blame Team USA and the WBC? Your thoughts on that?
I'll tell you, this is a great slice of pizza.
And good for Bryce, by the way. Playing, these guys want to play for their country, yada, yada, yada.
It's great. No, I think it's fantastic that he's going to play. However, remember last time a Philly played, i.e. Trey Turner.
Trey Turner had a great run.
And we were thrilled with his performance, hitting home runs.
Oh, my God. Every night, those 10 days, every night Turner was going yard.
This guy was going to be unbelievable. We were excited to have him. It's like, this guy's going to be going yard every night at the bank. That start was awful to that season. Awful. I don't know if the same thing will happen to Bryce. Now, I like the WBC. I enjoy watching it. It's fun. It's way better than the NBA Cup because it's not during the regular season. It's you're playing for your country. It's a little bit different. I love this one way more than the NBA Cup. And also this year, Team USA is loaded.
They are
Kyle
stacked.
Schwarber's going to be in it. Paul Skeens, Scooble, Aaron Judge, Clay Holmes, Gunnar Henderson, PCA, Corbin Carroll. I mean, they got a squad this year. They got to beat Japan. I remember the Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani matchup?
Ooh.
That was legendary. So I think we'll get a really good WBC. But, yeah, if they don't start off strong this year, you're going to be hearing people complain,
Absolutely.
Josh.
Listen, I don't want to compare it to the World Cup because, obviously U.S. soccer is so far behind the men's team, everyone else. It's borderline embarrassing. But, I just don't care about the WBC.
I love it. It's enjoyable.
Really?
This one's
I
enjoyable.
Just don't, I don't like any of these sports that have stuff going on when other stuff is going on. To me, the month of March is about basketball. I got March Madness going on. I got NFL free agency. I got the NHL trade deadline. I got the NBA playoff teams coming down to the finish line. And I got to pigeonhole in WBC games.
Yeah, but Josh, that's when it should be. It should be a couple weeks.
I agree with in spring training. That's when you should have an in-season tournament. I'm on board with that.
It's not an in-season tournament. It's off-season.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Baseball.
That's what it should happen.
Baseball should be back in the Olympics. That's what they should do.
I don't disagree with. I agree with that. But it's how they
I know there's
get
too
the
much
players.
money. There's too much money.
Yeah. So, but no, I think WBC is great.
I think it's cool how they do it concurrently. Phillies are going to be in spring training trying to get Justin Crawford up to speed.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, two of their guys are going to be, with their country trying to get to the finals.
It should be a good thing because they're playing meaningful baseball early on and getting them ready for the season. That's great. I'm cool with that. I'm not so worried about injuries with the WBC. But, yeah, you're playing against other countries. It's, in a sense, in place of the Olympics for the most part. So, and you get to see all these guys on the same team. It's better than the All-Star game. It's better than all these All-Star games. At least you get to see these guys actually try in a game where it's kind of like all All-Stars.
Listen, I mean, I don't hate it. I'm not a fan of any time these sports. Why can't it be February?
Are you going to watch, though?
I don't know. What's on? Is there
if
something
Team
on the
USA
same night?
plays Japan in the finals,
I mean, you're locked into
in Miami. You're going to be watching that.
I mean, it might be on the phone screen, but not the main screen.
Oh, come on.
It's going to the iPad or the Android,
I just
whatever
don't
the hell Josh has.
Why on earth do we need things happening all at the same time? Put the WBC on.
Well, when else are you going to play it?
Just told you, February.
No, that's too. I mean,
why? Says who? Says who?
Early.
So
It's too early.
you'd rather watch the ACC conference tournament and those teams or the WBC?
It's
some of
MLB
the knockout
All-Stars.
games?
Well, listen,
Yeah.
I might have the ACC tournament going on the same night as the Sixers or a Flyers game. I could have 20 things going on all at the same time.
So you're going to watch Sixers Blazers or Flyers Oilers?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what the schedule is yet.
Yeah, teachers up. I'll give it to them. All right, but I'm in on the WBC. You better not get
too.
hurt. And you better figure it out when you get to opening day.
Don't have a slow start.
Don't slow start me,
No,
or at least
no,
like
don't do
5
that.
month me slow start. Don't
All right,
do that.
so
All right, Josh, give me some jerky.
I'm adding this to the presentation, so Nick, you'll have to add it manually because you have the power of StreamYard.
Okay.
So, but I got to intro it first. So, for those who don't know, Ben Simmons is not playing with an NBA team right now, but he is on a team. He is the latest celebrity member to join the Professional Sport Fishing Championship. He apparently is a very, very avid fisherman. If you want to add the picture into the StreamYard, Ben Simmons had a sit-down conversation with Mark Spears of ESPN, a very lengthy conversation where he gets into the fact of how much he loves fishing, how much people don't appreciate it, how he is now one of the investors along with Scotty Scheffler. He invested in the South Florida Sales franchise. It is one of 16 teams in this league. He says fishing goes back to when he was a kid. It's his great escape from the game of basketball. He loves the competition. He's a big boatsman. He has a boat named the 53 Scout, is the name of his personal boat that he fishes off of. He said he thought about coming back to the NBA, but, quote, I can't play this game or give what I can if mentally and physically I'm not there. But apparently, guys, he's mentally and physically all in on fishing.
I am speechless. This just came out today?
Literally, the story came out earlier today, yes.
I missed this. I'm usually on my Ben Simmons stuff, but I was probably getting ready for the show. I was probably driving down. This is a disgrace. I mean, just an absolute disgrace. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, we talked about Fletcher Cox yesterday and his after football, being a rookie of the year drag racing. Ben Simmons wants to go be a fisherman?
No, he's a professional fisherman. He's a co-owner of a team in a league with 16 teams. By the way, he also admitted that he has rehabbed most of his life incorrectly, and that's why he has so many injuries. You got to read the full article. It's hilarious.
Oh, gosh. I'm going to read it during the break. Well, there you have it. Nuggets, slices of pizza, that jerky. It's aggravating. It's aggravating, to say the least. My goodness. Ben Simmons, get over yourself. I'm so sick of it. I don't even know if I want to read it. All right, on the other side, one thought every game. Casey Joyner joins us next on the Sports Bash.
Hey, this is Josh Hennig inviting you to join me this Saturday for Hanging with Hennig, broadcasting live from the Gridiron Pit inside Tropicana, Atlantic City, 12 to 3 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN. Come hang out inside Tropicana, Atlantic City at the Gridiron Pit, powered by Caesars Sportsbook. Watch all the college and pro football on massive TV screens while enjoying casino table games, and don't miss out on your chance to win prizes. This Saturday's guests joining me and Mike Carlin include AP Senior NFL Insider Rob Motti, presented by Prevail Nutrition, South Jersey's #1 meal prep service. Flyers reporter and sports podcaster Haley Taylor Simon, presented by yesterday's Creekside Tavern in Marmora, with the sound on for every Eagles game. And fantasy football analyst Andy McNamara, presented by Work of Art Construction, serving South Jersey with 40 years of construction experience. So join me this Saturday for Hanging with Hennig, 12 to 3 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN, broadcasting live from the Gridiron Pit, powered by Caesars Sportsbook, inside Tropicana, Atlantic City, streaming live on YouTube and X. Must be 21 or older. No one to stop before you start. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Jersey Cow, a great place for the family to hang out and eat ice cream. Northfield and Absecon locations are open every day from noon till 10 p.m. and Brigantine is open 2 to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. Come check out the Christmas lights and decorations while cozying up with a cone next to our heaters. Enjoy seasonal winter flavors like peppermint stick, peppermint bark, and winter barn. At Jersey Cow, everything is homemade, small batch, right here in South Jersey with only the best ingredients. Ice cream is a year-round thing at Jersey Cow.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Rights reserved.
You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Now at RK Kia of Vineland. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. $199. Lease new 26 Kia K4 LXs from just $199 a month. $199 for 24 months. New front-wheel drive 26 Kia Sorento S, just $388 a month. $388. Final year-end pricing at RK Kia of Vineland. Need credit? We work with all types of credit situations. Plus, you get RK coverage, no charge. Ding repair, tire repair, wheel repair, windshield repair, and more. No charge. You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Our lowest prices of the year. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. During the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. RK Kia of Vineland. RK does it right. MyRKKia.com. MyRKKia.com.
To qualified buyers, plus tax and title. For details, call 856-641-1111 or myrkkia.com.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Is your home game day ready? Don't get sidelined this season with a heating or cooling breakdown. With a Jenkins service contract, you'll get reliable coverage, priority scheduling, and peace of mind all season long. For over 76 years, local homeowners have trusted Jenkins to keep their comfort system in winning form. Stay ahead of the competition. Lock in your service contract now and score big savings. Call 609-641-6262 or visit jenkinsandsons.com today and make sure your home is always ready for kickoff.
With Progressive, you can reach customer service in the way that's easiest for you, by phone, app, or online. We know it would be great if we just magically appeared, but that's more of a genie thing, and we do insurance. But with us, you'd be like, well, it wasn't a genie, but it was great customer service, so that's nice. And sure, you probably would still like the whole 3 wishes thing, so if you meet a genie, you should definitely ask. But when you need us, contact Progressive by phone, app, or online. Just no genies. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Xfinity is the network you can rely on. Like a close friend who will give it to you straight. The friend who will tell you that new haircut, it's not great. Friends make sure friends get good haircuts. And Xfinity makes sure you get a good deal on Wi-Fi. Xfinity gives you reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at our best price. This holiday season through January 4th, get gig speed Wi-Fi for just $50 a month for 5 whole years. No strings, no commitments. Just super fast, reliable gig speed Wi-Fi with our best equipment and unlimited data included. Save yourself from questionable decisions and save over Verizon and AT&T. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Internet powered by fiber and connected to premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
The renovation celebration is underway at Matt Black Kia during the It's a Wrap grand opening sales event. Give yourself the gift of savings with 0% financing for 60 months or get up to $10,000 cash back on select new Kias. And for the ultimate holiday deal, choose between a 2026 Kia Sportage EX for just $167 a month or a 2025 Kia Telluride LX for only $267 a month. Both 24-month leases with just $39.99 due at sign. Visit mattblackkia.com or call 215-703-8526 for details. It's gotta be a Matt Black Kia.
Christmas is just around the corner, and if you still have gifts to buy, the best place to do that is Macy's Great Gift Sale. Get amazing deals on last-minute gifts like fine jewelry and fragrance sets, boxed and ready to give. And everything from designer bags to Nespresso coffee makers at 30 to 60% off. Plus, your Macy's is the most festive place this holiday, so come in and find everything left on your list all in one place. The Great Gift Sale ends Wednesday at Macy's. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply.
The Wildwood Fishing and Boating Expo is back at the Wildwoods Convention Center January 9th through the 11th. Check out 80,000 square feet of boats, tackle, gear, and accessories with 12 boat dealers and 100 vendors all under one roof. Free parking, free seminars, and free face painting for kids. Plus, they're giving away a free Yeti 65 cooler every day. Tickets are just $12 for adults, $5 for kids 6 to 13, and kids 5 and under are free. Visit FishingExpoWildwood.com, the biggest little expo in New Jersey.
December deal drops at Lowe's are wrapping up, but there's still time to snag something worth bragging about. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. And members save an additional $100 on a new and exclusive Samsung French door refrigerator, now just $18.99. Need new tools? Select tools and accessories are up to 45% off this week. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 12/24. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details.
Take the winning drive to RK Kia of Vineland, where you get RK coverage, no charge. RK does it right. RK Kia of Vineland. MyRKKia.com.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
It's Christmas time at Storybook Land in Egg Harbor Township, a family holiday tradition since 1955. Take a photo with Santa and Mrs. Claus in their house and experience Christmas magic when Santa waves his wand and lights the park with over 1 million amazing lights each night. Marvel at the decorated displays and enjoy the fabulous rides. Advance tickets are required and dates may sell out. So visit StorybookLand.com to plan your visit.
Create your own story at Storybook Land.
Bring the family and create your own holiday story at Storybook Land.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey, it's Pete from Chickies and Petes. This holiday season, buy a $50 Chickies and Petes gift card and get a $10 Chickies bonus card. Check our socials for double bonus days. The gift that always fits and always gets returned. Gift cards from Chickies and Petes.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
They've got him, it's a sack!
Sixers.
Oh, baby!
And Flyers.
He scored!
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey. This is the Sports Bash with Mike Gill on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app. Now live from inside the Ocean Casino Resort studio, here's Mike Gill.
All right, welcome back in. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill alongside Pete G on-site producing today. Josh Henning back at the 97.3 ESPN studios.
This is another power ranking song.
Great song.
This is probably top 1 or top 2.
Oh, it has to be.
Has to be.
I mean, Mariah Carey, she's at the top of the charts every year, same time, every single year. All I want for Christmas is you. All I want right now is Casey Joyner. He's brought to you by BMW of Atlantic City, where your luxury BMW experience is closer than you think. Take advantage of exceptional savings and experience luxury today at BMW of Atlantic City in Egg Harbor Township. All right, it's time for One Thought Every Game with Casey Joyner. Casey, thank you so much for joining us today. Happy Festivus, happy holidays to you today. I first want to start with the Philadelphia Eagles game from this past week and just talk about the offense a little bit. Saquon Barkley, much better this week, 130-plus yards, had a touchdown, even got Tank Bigsby involved. What did you make of the overall second game in a row for the offense to get cooking?
He's muted. You're muted, Casey.
My apologies.
There he is. All good.
Sorry about that. I was talking to Mike last week on air about this, and I think that with the Eagles for a time had gotten away from the idea of, oh, hey, throw A.J. Brown the ball more, all that stuff. And then they got back and said, look, we got to do what our identity is. Coaching is all I'll tell you that you got to live up to your identity. Figure what your identity is going into the season, and that's who you are. Don't try and change it mid-season. And they were trying to change it for a couple weeks there. And then they got back to it, and I figured that coming into this game they'd do the same thing. and they did a lot of the same thing. I mean, Jalen Hurts only averages 6.2 yards per attempt on his passes. That's a low number. I mean, you just throw a lot of safe passes, and you're getting a lot of good. You're averaging 6.1 yards per rush. So the Eagles are back and said, "Look, this is who we are. We know we out-talent these guys. We're not going to make turnovers. We're not going to take chances. We're going to play our high percentage game because we know if that works, we get an 80% chance of winning. With this talent, that's probably 90%. It turned out that way."
Casey, Adam Schefter came out with a tweet regarding Lane Johnson and Jalen Carter saying they are ready. They are ready to go. They're going to most likely be back. Vic Fangio today said they're all systems go, playing their starters this week as well. In Buffalo, this is a game where it could be raining, it could be a little bit of snow. Eagles already clinched the division. They have nearly a 90% chance of staying at that 3 seed right now, about 10% to get the 2 seed. 0.1 to get the 1 seed. What do you make of playing their starters for a majority of the game this week against Buffalo?
I'm of the old Vince Lombardi approach on this. For Lombardi back in the day, back in like the 67 season, I think it was his last Super Bowl year. They had a game against the Rams, and he just figured that, look, if I let my team – a big game against the Rams. Rams needed to win. It was a very good team, but the Packers had nothing to play for. So he just said, look, even though going out there, he sold his team with the idea, we've got to play hard, because he knew if you let that standard, like Bill Walsh talks about, you have the standard for your team. If you let that standard drop, it's just hard to flip that switch back on. They almost won the game, even though it was a meaningless game that was against a great Rams team. Almost won that game, and it set the tone for the Packers going into the postseason. If you're the Eagles, hey, look, I'm a Hermetic guy. You play to win the game. You set that standard high. You keep doing it. You keep getting to that point and say, hey, let's go ahead and get this. And who knows? Again, you got a 90% chance of 3. Maybe you can get to 2. But if you just mail it in, okay, then maybe you don't. If something, if it's week 7, week 18, you've got nothing to play for. You don't. Then maybe put them out there for a half. But for this game, and plus, now that you might face the Bills in the Super Bowl, and you don't want to make sure you want to tell your team, hey, we can keep up with these guys. So don't let up.
All right, let's get to One Thought Every Game with Casey Joyner. We're going to recap and preview. It's Tuesday. It's the holiday season. I want to start with that Packers and Bears game from Saturday night, Casey. I mean, that was unbelievable. I was beat-bopping all around the South Jersey, Philadelphia area, driving around. I got to my buddy's house, and I'm seeing Caleb Williams making throws of his life. Talk to me about the Packers going forward as well as the Bears following that game.
That's a tough loss for the Packers. How do you overcome that? I mean, this is a game you had these guys beat again and not recover. Dobbs, you're out there. Do you want a guy on the hands team who's got that thing in his helmet to protect his head? I'm not saying players shouldn't wear that and things, but you could tell he didn't want to get hit. And, okay, if you don't want to get hit, don't be out there. Don't be out there. If you're going to protect yourself, don't be out there. So if I'm the Packers, I'm not rethinking my hands team. And if I'm the Bears, hey, they got the recovery kicker. You made the big play down the field. You were aggressive and things. That says something big to the Bears. I think this will carry forward for them.
Yeah, and I want to move on to the Buffalo and Browns game from this past week. Buffalo squeaks by with a 23-20 win. James Cook had a massive day. We also talked about the Browns and Myles Garrett possibly breaking that record within the next couple of weeks. Talk to me about the outlook for the Buffalo Bills as well as the Cleveland Browns.
The Bills, you've got you only win again 23-20. That you wanted is great, but I worry about Josh Allen, 12-19, $130. I know we got hurt and all, but it's okay. Is that what your passing game is going forward? Because if it is, and the Browns have a good defense, but you got to do better than that. I mean, I give the Browns credit for playing hard, and Stefanski, hey, if the Browns are fool enough to let him go, somebody's going to get a really good head coach. I don't think they will, but if they do, boy, because he's making chicken salad out of what in the situation. But the Bills right now to win that game is good, but they got to get Allen healthy. If he's not healthy for this game, if I'm the Bills, hey, if I got to rest him for a week and give this game to the Eagles, I'll do it because you got to have Allen healthy in the playoffs because this year you can win the Super Bowl.
All right, Chiefs and Chargers. Chiefs and Titans. Chiefs, Gardner Minshew gets hurt in this ball game. Their season's pretty much done. They're going to take on the Broncos next week. Broncos coming off of a loss as well. What do you make of the Chiefs and Broncos matchup heading into next week?
Yeah, I do a weekly article for The Athletic. It goes over my confidence picks for the upcoming week. And for that game, look. The Packers, the Chiefs there's only one. In fact, the article says that they only have two areas where Denver doesn't win the matchup. That's home field and pass coverage. Denver's pass coverage is kind of iffy, but when you're the Chiefs and you're playing the third string quarterback, I mean, the Broncos should blow these guys away. I think they're going to win. I think they'll win and cover the spread.
Chargers beat the Cowboys last week 34-17. Justin Herbert, after that broken hand, he still looks a little bit okay. They're going to take on the Texans this week. Tell me about this matchup, Casey.
Houston got a great defense. The Chargers defense actually rates better, though. I mean, I'm looking at Houston like, yeah, they're doing great, and they are. But I had to double check. I was like, that's true. Yep, the Chargers actually are rating better in multiple categories. Jesse Minter will be a head coach soon. I'm an old Michigan guy, so Michigan man, and he's a Michigan man too. And heck, maybe the Wolverines ought to hire him as their head coach, but that's another story. Houston's got better special teams, strong pass blocking, but I still think the Chargers are going to win the game.
All right, Minnesota Vikings lose J.J. McCarthy last week. They're going to take on their division foe, the Detroit Lions. Lions in a little bit of trouble here. They're kind of on the outside looking in, not looking great for them to make the postseason. What's this matchup looking like after the Lions lost last week and the Vikings coming in without J.J. McCarthy?
The McCarthy thing is a problem, don't get me wrong, but, I mean, the Lions' offense is not doing that great, to be honest, in some ways, and that sounds crazy to say, but right now they've got a couple of issues and things, and plus the Vikings right now, over the last 4 weeks, they're allowing 1.58 points per play on vertical passes in fantasy run, which is one way I measure things. They're shutting people down through the air vertically. They're shutting down tight ends. They've got shutdown coverage people. I think the Lions are going to have some problems. I think the Vikings will actually win, even if they have Rosmer at quarterback. I think it'll be real close if they have Rosmer at quarterback. If they get McCarthy, I think they'll win by a notable amount. But I think the Lions have a big problem because that Flores defense is playing at an elite level right now.
The Buccaneers, they fell to the Panthers, division foe, last week. Panthers are going to take on the Seahawks upcoming this week, and the Buccaneers are going to play the Dolphins. Looking ahead to those two matchups, I mean, it's going to come down to the wire in that South.
Yeah, it is, and it is definitely that's a situation there. Sorry, which game did you mention? Which game? You gave me two games. Which game do you want me to start with?
Yeah, so the Buccaneers and Dolphins, and then the Panthers and Seattle.
You just want to make sure I got covered the right one for you there, sir. Tampa, 5-5 road favorite. They've lost 6 of their last 7. They're not that good. Miami has deficiency at quarterback, but they've graded higher in multiple defensive categories. The Bucs are probably going to win because they have the quarterback advantage, but the Dolphins, I think, are going to play well enough to get the cover and things. So I think I don't think Tampa should be a 5.5-point favorite. I think this should be a much closer spread than that, maybe a couple points.
Jacksonville coming off of a victory over the Denver Broncos. They take on the Colts this week. Jacksonville, they're in a good spot right now, Casey.
Very good spot. They're 1-6 in their last 7 games in Indianapolis, but fortunate for Liam Cohen's team, the Jaguars, they're changing a lot of trends in a positive way of late. They have a top 5 defense of the past 4 weeks. I wrote last week that Jacksonville's defense is better than Denver going into that game, and people were like, what are you talking about? Denver's got a great defense. Like, Denver had a great defense. They're not playing well right now, and the Jaguars aren't playing well right now. And the Jaguars also have a big special teams edge. Special teams are a much bigger factor in games this year because of the new kickoff rules, and Jacksonville's doing very well with that. So even though they don't usually do well in Indy, I'm taking them in this one.
All right, a couple more I want to get to. Chicago Bears, 49ers. This one, Sunday Night Football. Casey, I mean, this is going to be a massive, monster game for seeding in the NFC.
It is. Niners on a 5-game win streak. This Monday night game they won yesterday, that might be the most impressive of those victories, though, because they've been looking good before that. They have some defensive issues, and I know they gave us some points last night, but they got that pick 6. They're doing a lot better on defense. Chicago deserves kudos for the miracle comeback, but I don't like miracle comebacks and say, okay, like I can't count on that for future performance, especially when you get a cross-country game against the Niners. So I'm going to take the Niners by a small margin, but I think San Francisco wins that one.
All right, looking at the Monday night game, the Los Angeles Rams against the Falcons. Looks like the Rams will probably take this one, but they're coming off a tough one on that Thursday night against Seattle. What do you make of this game for the Rams?
The Rams right now have their deep pass coverage is the worst in the league. It's not even close how bad their vertical coverage is. On vertical passes, they're allowing 12.6 fantasy points per play. The next lowest team is at 11. Nobody else is in double digits. The Rams are horrible against vertical passes, 13 yards per attempt. They've allowed 7 touchdown passes and no picks on vertical passes. Atlanta can throw vertically, so I think it could turn into a scoreboard shootout. But if Atlanta throws vertical scoreboard shootout, I still like the Rams in that kind of contest. So pick of the Rams, but I don't understand an 8-point spread for them.
All right. Before we get out of here, Casey, I do want to get to the Eagles and Bills game. What do you make of this one overall? Who comes out on top?
I don't think the Eagles are going to let up because, again, this could be something for the Super Bowl. You don't want to let up in Week 17. It will give your team the idea they can take their foot off the gas. It's a big test. I think they're going to play to win, especially since they were kind of iffy a few weeks ago and things like, wait, kind of an up and down, inconsistent team. You've got the consistency going now. You need to keep that consistency going. It's the closest game on the Week 17 board. So I picked Buffalo because they're the home team. They have better rushing metrics and solid special teams advantage. But, I mean, I've got it like as close as it could be. Like Buffalo, but it's by a tiny margin. I wouldn't be surprised to see them win by a point. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Eagles win either, but I'm just taking Buffalo for those advantages.
All right, Casey, thank you for doing all those games for us today. One thought every game. Casey, thanks so much again. We appreciate you. Have a happy holiday, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, there's Casey Joyner. Casey Joyner on the Sports Bash. He is brought to you by BMW of Atlantic City, where your luxury BMW experience is closer than you think. Take advantage of exceptional savings and experience luxury today at BMW of Atlantic City in Egg Harbor Township. Thanks so much to Casey Joyner. He's picking Buffalo, PG.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, again, we talked about it earlier in the show, a measuring stick for this Eagles team. They play everybody, which they will. This is going to be a measuring stick because playing Washington and Vegas is one thing, but Buffalo and trying to keep pace with that offense, it's going to be a measuring stick game to see how this team is going to be in the playoffs and where this offense is at.
Yep, it sure is. Sure is. 609-403-0973. We can continue here on the Sports Bash. Get to some of your texts as well. We have Jeff chiming in. Jake Elliott was bad last year till the Super Bowl. He missed a field goal and extra point in the Rams playoff game, and that makes it a 3-score game after Barkley long run. If he doesn't figure it out, Eagles can move on. Jeff's out of this, Pete.
Yeah, Kaplan talked about it in his interview. If he goes, 0 for 3 in the Bills game again, or 0 for 2 in the Bills game again, I mean, it's like Topper when he puts Matt Strom out there and he gives up a bomb. You kind of lose faith in your guy. You kind of lose trust in a guy that you didn't have a problem trusting before. Where do you go now if you're Nick Sirianni? What does that change for you on 4th and 5 from the 35? Yeah. Stuff like that.
Adam Kaplan talked about it earlier with Elliott, and he also talked about the weather heading into the Buffalo game, right? Could see some rain, maybe a little snow. Who knows? It's going to be a little chilly up there. This all goes back to my point of if it's going to be awful conditions, you got to get those guys out of there as soon as possible, Pete. As soon as possible. And Jake's not really going to be kicking in those type of conditions unless it's a give me 25, 30-yarder at that point.
You want hoodies and sweatpants on
I
these
want
guys.
hoodies and sweatpants, chill on the sideline, the heated.
Spit some seeds.
Yeah, the heated bench, sit on down, have a good time. Let Tanner McKee and the crew go out there for the most part because, especially if it's bad weather, Pete, you can't get injured next week. You can't.
No. And, I mean, Week 18, as far as that week is concerned, you could pretty much bank on. And that's a home game. So
They're sitting. They're sitting.
Yeah, they're
18.
sitting all those guys.
This week, I mean, if you are heading into bad weather Buffalo, okay, and you were going to bring back Lane Johnson, Jalen Carter, you're all systems go, they can't play the entire game. You're just putting them out there to possibly get injured.
And the debate next week is going to be fascinating because if the Eagles do wind up winning this game and Chicago trips up against San Fran and that 2 seed is out there, next week, Week 18, do you go for that? Or do you just say, you know what, the 2 seed's not much different than the 3 seed. Let's rest our guys, get a little bye here, and we'll get ready to host the playoff game next week.
All right.
That's going to be the tough call.
This is via the Philadelphia Inquirer and Jeff McClain. According to FTN's fantasy playoff predictions, the Eagles are at 10.3% chance to get the number 2 seed. They are at 88.7% to stay in the number 3 spot, and at minuscule chances at the number 1 seed at 0.1% and number 4 seed 0.9%.
Yeah, now those numbers will change
based
after
on
Sunday.
Based on FTN's simulations, nearly a 90% chance you're staying at the 3 seed. I'll take those. So rest your guys. Get them a couple of snaps here and there, a half, a quarter. I'm all good with that. You're definitely sitting them in the Commanders game. but you want to get this team healthy. You want to get your guys coming off injury healthy as well. That's what you need out of these guys, and I want them to sit. I am all about them sitting, and I know I'm in the minority on this, especially on this show today, but my goodness, imagine if Lane re-injures himself. Imagine if Jalen re-injures himself. Then you're heading into the playoffs, and you're out of it. You're essentially out of it at that point.
But see, the problem with that whole philosophy, Nick, is then they shouldn't get on the bus. They shouldn't practice.
Oh, give me a break. That's not the same as playing in
bad
weather
Don't
Buffalo.
give you a break, okay? Mike
Bad
Gill.
weather Buffalo.
Why don't you have the same energy when Mike Gill rips into you over the Nuggets segment, okay? I'm going to back off for a second, all right? Here's how it works, okay? People can get injured doing anything. So you got to pick and choose what's worth getting injured for, right? What is worth putting your body on the line for, okay? So to me, if you still have a chance to move up in the standings,
minimal,
you got to take it. It doesn't matter if it's minimal. You never saw Dumb and Dumber, so you're saying there's a chance, okay? Sometimes you got to live on hope, okay? Hope means something. If we don't have hope, we should all quit on the season, never watch the Eagles game again because there's no hope.
This is not
okay?
about hope. This is about playing it smart, John.
You
not about
sound
playing
like one of these
smart.
Christmas movies there, Henning.
Well, listen, when you're a single guy, you got this little time to burn when you're trying to fall asleep at 1
Shouldn't you
o'clock
be
in
at
the
the
morning.
North Pole or something with that hope speech, Henning?
Is Santa going to pay me better?
Hopeful Henning over there. No. I want
If
these guys.
Santa pays better, Santa, if you're listening, if you pay better, I'll come
You'll
up
go
and work
make
at the North
some
Pole.
toys? Yeah, okay.
Oh, man.
I probably can make some of those toys better than those elves can,
Listen,
honestly.
I don't mind if they play a half. I just want to make sure they stay healthy heading into the postseason. The whole thing last year was making sure their guys were healthy and sending Jalen Carter and Lane Johnson out there into a bad weather game. I can't get on board with that.
Okay, so what if the game was at home? I mean, what if the game was in a dome? Would you still want to play your guys?
I would still play them half a game. I would
Okay.
play them a half. I'm not saying completely take them out, but give them a half so they got into the game, they got their reps in, but let next week again or the following week against the Commanders, sit the whole game, and then rest them in the second half against Buffalo.
Are you okay then with one less home game in the playoffs?
Yes.
'Cause that's what you're giving up.
The Eagles, yeah, but we're acting like it's a given that if they win, they're going to get the second
No,
seed. They
but
have
you'd be
a
giving
very
that up.
small chance
You'd be giving
they are
that
getting
up.
the second seed. They are pretty much locked into the third seed, so why even bother?
Because you
you'd
still
be
have a
conceding
chance.
it. You would be conceding it and saying,
And
we're
conceding
okay.
is for losers, okay?
It's not a loser. Would you rather have a fully healthy team heading into the postseason and give yourself a complete shot heading into the Super Bowl, or get guys hurt, maybe lose some key guys? Kobe Dean got hurt. I know that Vic Fangio said that it's minimal and it's not going to be a big worry.
Well, he said he's iffy to play on Sunday.
Yeah,
so.
I wouldn't play
he got
him.
hurt last week.
He's not going to play.
He got hurt.
He
So
ain't gonna
you're
play.
taking that chance again in a bad weather game at a stadium where guys can get hurt.
Listen, I'm going to trust the doctors. I'm not going to trust Nick Earnshaw's worryingness, okay? If the doctor's telling me that these guys are good to go, I'm going to go with them, Nick. I'm sorry, I am. They're telling me that Lane Johnson and Jalen Carter. Listen, these are the same doctors that Jalen Carter couldn't play on a Thursday night game because they was playing on the MetLife field up there. So I feel comfortable with the Eagles doctors.
If they were at MetLife, I'd say sit everyone.
Oh,
don't even play a snap.
I would guarantee you the injury report would be like a mile long if they were playing at MetLife.
But it's Buffalo too. It's going to be bad weather up there.
Yeah,
There's a good chance of bad weather.
but that
I don't
field-
want guys getting hurt.
That field is in way better condition than most of the fields in the NFL.
I would rather risk not having one less home playoff game. One less home playoff game.
By the way, can we verify what we mean by bad weather? Is snow? Is it rain? Let me look at Buffalo's weather.
Rain, wind, all of it. Bad elements.
Because weather matters in football.
It does.
Because
Absolutely does.
snow, you guys can still get traction. You can still blow. You put the wind blowers on the heat blowers on the field, right?
That's like a blizzard condition. I don't think it's going to be like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm going to look it up right now. Let's see here. Sunday. Here it is. 75% chance. A mix of rain with freezing rain in the morning. Light rain in the afternoon. It's a chance it could clear up by midday. Higher wind gusts possible. What are the wind gust numbers here? Let's find out. going to click on this thing.
This just shows me why I'm worried
18
about
to 24 miles an hour. I think this is more of a concerning game for Jake Elliott than it is the other Eagles players. If you're telling me the winds are 18 and 24 miles an hour, Jake Elliott might have to start trying to kick the ball 10 feet to the right.
Yeah, he might have to start it one way and get it to curve back in if they're going to kick
Put a
the
little
ball.
English on that thing.
Yeah,
Ooh.
That concerns me.
As the game goes on, is going to start with 18 to 24 miles an hour. It's going to increase to 20 to 50 miles an hour by the end of the game.
Yeah.
It's going to be windy.
Let me send all my starters
Let's stop
out
throwing
there.
the ball. Just run the ball with Saquon all day. Saquon and Tank.
Just let Tank go in this game. Let Tank go. Get everybody healthy.
Are you Moses now? Free my people. Free Tank Bigsby.
Free him. Seriously. He should have more running. And Kaplan agreed with me earlier.
Kaplan's point was that we haven't seen enough of him, period.
No, they don't use him at all. And he's a solid running back who can give you a spark and a burst, Pete.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't try to give him more touches in the first half, like Kaplan was saying. They save it for the fourth quarter and when they're up by 3 scores.
Yep.
For some reason.
Well, listen, based on that weather report, I don't even know if I want to play in a half this week. All right. On the other side, we'll get to more of your text, 609-403-0973. Give us your final Philly sports all-time
I'm waiting to hear
grievance.
yours. We haven't heard yours yet.
I think I might have a new one after today.
Oh, you're going to pull an audible on
I
us.
might have
Okay.
a new one after today because it's just a joke. All right, on the other side, we'll get to more Eagles, more of your texts, air your grievances. I am Nick Earnshaw, filling in for Mike Gill here on the Sports Bash, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Merry Christmas from all of us at 97.3 ESPN.
The most wonderful time of the year.
South Jersey's home for Eagles football.
It's the merriest time of the year. With the roller coaster swelling and your kids telling you we want Maury's Pier. 'Tis Maury's Pier's biggest sale of the year. Save 25%. Visit Maury'sPiers.com.
Over 40 years ago, John Jenkins Sr. changed the game by inventing the heated bench that keeps football players warm on the sidelines. That's right, the Jenkins family brought comfort to the gridiron. And today, they bring the same winning formula to homes and businesses across the region. Jenkins, a 3-generation family-run team you can trust in the clutch. Need a new gas furnace, boiler, or hot water heater? Ask about utility loans up to $25,000 at 0% for 7 years. And rebates up to $2,950. Visit JenkinsandSons.com.
So you need last-minute gifts. No judgment. Get an extra 25% off during Kohl's Friends and Family Sale and find great gifts under $20. Like something cozy, something thoughtful, something that says you planned this all along. Yep, you're just one quick trip away from checking off the last gifts on your list. Save now at KohlsandKohls.com. Select styles. Offer ends December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
It's beginning to look a lot like holidays on the house at DraftKings Casino. Celebrate the season with bright lights and big wins on all of your favorite casino games. Spin more than 1,000 slots, everything from the classics to exclusive new releases, and new players get 500 spins over 10 days on your choice of cash eruption slots. Download the DraftKings Casino app and sign up with code DK973. That's DK973. Then choose from 10 different cash eruption slots and let it spin. In partnership with DraftKings Casino, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 or older, physically present in New Jersey. Eligibility restrictions apply. Non-withdrawable casino spins issued as 50 spins per day for 10 days. Valid for feature games only and expire each day after 24 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends January 25th, 2026 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
This holiday season, make dreams come true with Whitehorse RV Center. Don't wait for spring. Adventure starts now. At Whitehorse RV Center, your perfect RV is ready for unforgettable journeys, from cozy winter getaways to cross-country adventures. With our year-end savings, trusted brands, and family service since 1973, there's never been a better time to buy. Live the dream today at Whitehorse RV Center, where memories begin and adventures never end. Because at Whitehorse RV Center, your RV adventure starts here.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at bfa.com/cardfwc26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Experience casino like never before at Bet365. Spin your way through your favorite games. Check out our awesome table games and face off against a real live dealer. And play exclusive games that you simply can't play anywhere else. New Bet365 players get a 100% deposit match bonus up to $1,000 plus spins. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically present in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. T&Cs apply.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So what's that about?
So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
This holiday season, Rachel will get Anna a fabulous faux fur coat. Anna will say Rachel shouldn't have, but Rachel didn't. Because Rachel will only have to spend $75 on a coat Anna thinks costs $200. But then again, it's what she thought that counts. Yes, JCPenney. Higher price $200 reflects comparable national brand. $75 Anna faux fur jacket reg $108. Valid through 12/24. See store or jcp.com for details.
Get your game on at the Fanatic Sportsbook in the gallery at Ocean Casino Resort. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com.
This is the Town Square, New Jersey Info and Weather Network.
Progressive Insurance presents the Sports Flash on 97.3 ESPN.
The Flyers in Chicago tonight for a meeting with the Blackhawks, and this will begin a 5-game road trip. Flyers beat Vancouver 5-2 on Monday night. 5 different skaters lit the lamp, and Philadelphia put up 4 goals in the third period. They've recorded at least 1 point in 7 of their last 8 games. Sixers playing Brooklyn tonight. Philadelphia's won 6 of 8 after beating Dallas on Saturday. 4 players are listed on the injury report tonight with an illness, including Joel Embiid, Quentin Grimes, and VJ Edgecombe. NFL Week 17, the Eagles will be in Western New York for a matchup with the Buffalo Bills at Highmark Stadium. Philadelphia coming off Saturday's win over Washington, clinching the NFC East. They're 10-5. Buffalo is 11-4. They've won 4 straight and have the number 1 rushing offense in the NFL, led by James Cook.
Bundle auto and home, renters, or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm John Thayer on 97.3 ESPN.
Take the winning drive to RK Kia of Vineland, where you get RK coverage, no charge. RK does it right. RK Kia of Vineland. MyRKKia.com.
Merry Christmas from all of us at 97.3 ESPN.
Tune in to the best station on the North Pole.
South Jersey's home for Eagles football.
Oh, welcome back in. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill today on the Sports Bash. We are live at Chickies and Petes in the Tropicana, Atlantic City. Pete G on site producing. Josh heading back at the studio. We're having a great time. It's Festivus. Air your grievances. We've been talking about them all day. We've been reading your text at 609-403-0973. Been a lot of fun. And I got a new grievance that we talked about a little bit earlier during the Nuggets segment. I had to totally change mine because now I have just an overarching one that I'll get to in a few minutes.
Okay, so what was your old one?
I'll mention it in a couple minutes.
You're going to make us wait for that. Okay.
I'm going to tease you on that one a little bit. Right now, before we get into the birds,
we should note that if nobody wants to wait around after waiting for 3 hours for Nick to answer, you can flip over to Nick Earnshaw's YouTube channel and just watch it at your convenience.
Yes, absolutely. I appreciate the plug, Josh, there. All right.
Apparently, I got to do it for you. What are you, Billy Schwein? Like, I got to remind you to promote your own channel?
It's all right. All right, here we go. It's now time for Who's In, Who's Out. It's brought to you by Jenkins and Sons Plumbing and Heating. For HVAC, plumbing, or drain cleaning, call 609-641-6262 or visit jenkinsandsons.com. Time for Who's In, Who's Out. And we were even talking about it during the break. All these different scenarios in the NFL. Oh, my goodness. There are tons of them. All right, let's start in the AFC first. Right now, clinched the playoff berth is Buffalo, Denver, Jacksonville, Chargers, Patriots. Now, Denver plays Kansas City. They can clinch the AFC West division title and the AFC's number 1 seed and a first-bound bye and a home field advantage with a win, a Chargers loss or tie, New England loss, plus a Buffalo loss or tie, plus a Jacksonville loss or tie. They can clinch the division with a Charger loss or tie or a Denver tie and Charger loss. Pete G, Josh Henning, it seems like Denver's still probably going to end up in the top spot.
Yeah, they would have to trip up, and Jacksonville would have to win out, which could very well happen. I mean, Denver they got beat at home by a better team at this point. But I just don't see it happening. I mean, Chiefs are just leaking oil right now. The Chargers is going to be a tough test for them to end the season. But I agree with you. Denver's got the inside track there.
I think the big part of this conversation is not Denver. I think it's about the other two teams because you look at the two teams that are behind them. Is Jacksonville a team that comes off of that win a little high on their horse, and they go to an Indianapolis team that still has a fraction of a chance to make the postseason? They could go to Indianapolis and lose that game.
I don't see that happening.
Well, you say that, but yet again, did you see the Jags lose beating Denver in Denver?
Right. Jacksonville, they will clinch the AFC South division title with a win and a Houston loss or tie, or if they tie and Houston loses.
By the way, the other team that has a chance at the 1 seed in the AFC, talk about the Patriots real quick. They got the easiest schedule of anybody down the stretch.
Got the Jets next week.
The Jets and then Miami. Come on, guys. Like, if you're Denver and you're Jacksonville, you got to feel the heat right now, don't you?
Little bit. The Patriots, they could clinch the AFC East with a win and a Buffalo loss to the Birds or a tie in Buffalo.
That Buffalo loss 2 weeks ago, that New England suffered, man. They had a big lead. They let Buffalo score, 5 straight times in that game?
It bit them.
Yeah, That was their chance at the 1 seed.
All right, looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh will clinch the AFC North Division title with a win or tie or a Baltimore loss. They take on Cleveland this week, Josh Henning.
Yes, they do. And, you know Cleveland's going to want to get Myles Garrett, that sack record. If those who don't know, the Steelers and Ravens finished the year facing off against each other.
Yep, that's going to be a fascinating one. Then we go to the Houston Texans. They can clinch a playoff berth with just a win over the Chargers or an Indy loss. And Houston clinches at least a tie and strength of victory tiebreaker over Indianapolis.
Texans finished the year at the Chargers, home against the Colts. So there is a scenario, guys. There's a scenario. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if the Texans lose on this weekend, on Saturday, and the Colts win, then that Colts-Texans game could be for the final spot in the AFC playoffs.
Oh, the next 2 weeks are going to be a lot of fun in the AFC.
This is your time of year, Henning.
Oh
yeah, I love this. Math, different paths to the playoffs.
My brain hurts thinking about all these scenarios.
I'm salivating over the scenarios.
Oh, I know. You love it. All right, let's look at the NFC.
Especially since I watch a college football weekend with James Madison and Tulane playing in the playoff and getting murdered. I mean, that was a losing proposition for football fans this weekend.
Yes, it was. All right, let's move along to the NFC. The Eagles have clinched. The Bears have clinched. The Rams have clinched. The Niners have clinched. Seattle has all clinched the playoff berth at this point. Now, looking at Seattle, they could clinch the NFC West division title and the NFC's number 1 seed, lone first-round bye with a win and a Rams tie plus a San Francisco and Chicago tie. They clinch the NFC West title with a win and a Los Angeles Ram tie or a San Francisco loss or tie. They could also tie and have Rams and San Francisco lose.
So remember, the Seattle Seahawks are going to Carolina and then finish the year at San Francisco. Carolina also fighting for their division, so they're not going to have an easy matchup on Sunday.
No.
And this is just what the NFL ordered. The 1 seed's going to come down to the wire.
Yep.
Right? It's not going to get clinched this weekend. We're going to have to wait till week 18 for that 1 seed to be clinched.
Yeah, now
which is just what the NFL ordered.
Now looking at the Carolina Panthers, as you mentioned, they play Seattle. They can clinch the NFC South with a win and Tampa Bay loss or a tie and Tampa Bay loss. Now they're going to play each other the following week in Week 18.
That's correct.
So if it doesn't happen this week, we got a game.
And by the way,
Week
Tampa,
18.
you mentioned with Casey Joyner earlier, Tampa at Miami, and that Miami team, could they play spoiler for a Tampa team that's reeling right now? Tampa, people forget, they haven't just lost 3 straight. They've lost 6 of their last 7 games.
Yep.
And the 3 straight they've lost are to New Orleans, Atlanta, and Carolina last week. All division guys. Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine a reality where Mike McDaniel doesn't just keep his job, but he eliminates the Bucs from the postseason?
And gets Todd Bowles fired.
Right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right. Chicago Bears, they can clinch the North with just a win or a Green Bay loss, also if they both tie.
And don't forget, the Bears are at San Francisco, so they got to go on the road for a primetime game against the San Francisco team that's also playing for the division. So this is not an easy game at all for the Bears.
Nope, and Green Bay, they will take on Baltimore. They clinch a playoff berth with just a win or a Detroit loss or tie.
And for those who are wondering, we mentioned the Packers are playing the Ravens this week. That is a home game, by the way. If the division goes to next week, gentlemen, the Packers will be at Minnesota.
Oh, this is unbelievable. We're coming down to the wire here, Henning and PG. Now, if the Eagles win out, could they still land the number 1 seed? Yes, but highly
Very small percentage.
Highly unlikely, Josh.
It's a small percentage.
Seahawks could lose out at Carolina, at San Francisco. Philadelphia has more conference wins than Seattle. Bears own head-to-head tiebreaker, but they finished the season at San Francisco and at home against the Lions. Eagles own the tiebreaker over the Rams. LA must win out for a chance to win the NFC West. They got the Falcons and the Cardinals. And both the 49ers and Eagles have 10 total wins and 8 conference wins. San Francisco finished the season with 2 home games, Bears and Seattle, after a Monday night football game in Indiana.
Now, I got a question for Henning, because he's the tiebreaker math guy. Let's do the who's in, who's out, but for the number 1 overall pick. Don't we have a big game coming up between Vegas and the Giants?
Yes. So the Giants 2-13, Vegas 2-13.
Okay.
So the deal is, whoever wins that game, their odds of winning the number 1 overall pick go down by at least 50%.
Wow.
So if you're the Giants and Raiders, who least wants to win that game?
That's fascinating, man.
That is unbelievable.
Right? I mean, second half, if it's a close game, who wants to play hard in that kind of environment?
And don't forget, Hard Knocks is tonight. You don't think that might not be a topic on that Hard Knocks, that Mike Kafka, the interim coach?
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
There you go. A little Hard Knocks tonight. All right. Who's in, who's out? It's brought to you by Jenkins and Sons Plumbing and Heating. For HVAC, plumbing, or drain cleaning, call 609-641-6262 or visit jenkinsandsons.com.
I'll throw the question back to you guys. If you're the Giants, do you want to see another year of Dart, or do you draft a quarterback?
You got to see another year of Dart.
I think you got to stick with Dart.
Yeah, especially with all the injuries that they had. Yeah, you got to see another year of Jackson Dart. Maybe he'll figure out where the Atlantic Ocean is at this point. Maybe he'll figure it out. Speaking of Hard Knocks.
I think
I don't know.
He won't run out of bounds enough to know where the Atlantic Ocean is.
Not a good
Let's
thing.
Put it that way.
Not a good thing when your franchise quarterback doesn't know where the Atlantic Ocean is or where he's practicing. It's unbelievable.
By the
It's
way,
over there somewhere.
If you're the Giants, I mean, what do you even do if you get the number 1 overall pick? Like, are you just like?
I think you're open for business, right?
Right? Like,
Yeah, you have to be.
Who wants it? What are you willing to give me? Right?
Yeah,
have to be. All right, who's in, who's out right there? 609.
And Vegas, real quick, they need the They need a quarterback, obviously.
This is a bad quarterback draft, though.
Yeah.
It is. Not yet. You got to go with Dart
The
again.
quarterback draft is going to be 2027.
Yep.
Because 2027 is when Arch Manning and Lenore Sellers and, oh my goodness, what's his name from North NC State? CJ Bailey. Like, they're all coming out in that class.
Yep. It's going to be fascinating. So we'll see.
Maybe
We'll see
that's
who
the
ends
real
up with it.
reason why the Giants don't draft the quarterback. Because they're saying, we'll give Dart one more year so we have a shot at 2027.
Yep. And then when we win 4 games in 2026, we can get
Take
that
the
number
picks
over.
that we
Yep.
got for trading the pick this year and move up in 2027.
There you go,
There
Henning.
you go.
Hey, they should just fire Joe Shane now
Yeah.
and just hire Josh Henning.
Henning? Hanging with Henning in the front office?
Should be. We'll do a docu-series. Just follow me around everywhere I go. Turn to a reality show. Listen, save money. Pay me less than Joe Shane. I'll make up the money on the back end by selling my rights for a reality show.
I can't believe he just laid out a 2-year plan for the New York Giants.
And they still can't
to
figure it
land
out.
Arch Manning.
And I'm sure they won't listen because it's Joe
Arching
Shane.
down Broadway for Arch. That's what they're going to be doing. All right. On the other side, we'll get to more of your text. 609-403-0973. Get them in before we get out of here. Give me your all-time Philly sports grievance. I will give you mine. It might have changed throughout the show because of the nonsense from Ben Simmons. One Benjamin. He's doing something professionally. It's not basketball anymore. We'll talk about it once again on the other side. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill right here on the Sports Bash.
It's Flyers Blackhawks tonight on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app. Listen as Tim Saunders and Todd Fedork bring you all the exciting play-by-play action.
Tonight he's got Zegras going to the net. Zegras shoots. He scores! Trevor Zegras buries his 14th of the year.
It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey tonight. Coverage begins after Sixers basketball on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia Flyers hockey.
Oh, a save again by Vladar.
97.3 ESPN.
It's year-end clearance time at Bridgeton Chevrolet GMC, your hometown dealership. Family owned and proudly serving South Jersey for over 50 years. We treat you like one of our own. Right now, get the 2026 Chevrolet Equinox LT FWD leased for $299 a month, $29.95 down, and 7,500 miles a year for 36 months. Tax and fees not included. We've got the perfect new vehicle. It's clearance time, but hurry, these deals won't last. Visit 808 North Pearl Street in Bridgeton. Se habla español. Bridgeton Chevrolet GMC, where family drives with family.
As a fan, you know all the important sports cliches. And when you save money by bundling your home and auto with Progressive, you can get out there and give it 110%, even though that's mathematically impossible. And remember, failure is not an option. Well, it's always an option, just not a good one. But you're not worried because you've got ice in your veins. You're on fire. How can both of those things be true at the same time? Well, that's between you and your doctor. So get out there and leave it all on the field. Leave what? Who cares? Just leave it and save with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Sal Vulcano, Everything's Fine Tour. One hilarious night of brand new stand-up material from Sal Vulcano.
Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth about Thunder. Did you tell me it's God bowling? I took that information to school. I got my ass handed to me.
Sal Vulcano live. Saturday, February 28th, Ovation Hall and Ocean Casino Resort. From Impractical Jokers and the Hey Babe and Taste Buds podcast. It's Sal Vulcano. On sale Friday, August 29th at 10 a.m. at theoceanac.com.
December deal drops at Lowe's are wrapping up, but there's still time to snag something worth bragging about. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. And members save an additional $100 on a new and exclusive Samsung French door refrigerator. Now just $18.99. Need new tools? Select tools and accessories are up to 45% off this week. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 12/24. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details.
You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Now at RK Kia of Vineland. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. $199. Lease new 26 Kia K4 LXs from just $199 a month. $199 for 24 months. New front-wheel drive 26 Kia Sorento S. Just $388 a month. $388. Final year-end pricing at RK Kia of Vineland. Need credit? We work with all types of credit situations. Plus, you get RK coverage. No charge.
ding repair, tire repair, wheel repair, windshield repair, and more. No charge. You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Our lowest prices of the year. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. During the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. RK Kia of Vineland. RK does it right. MyRKKia.com. MyRKKia.com.
To qualified buyers, plus tax and title. For details, call 856-641-1111 or myrkkia.com.
For delicious meals, you could go out to eat or spend hours in the kitchen. Or you could just make a Marie Callender's meal. Yeah, you heard me. Marie Callender's classic chicken parmigiana bowl is delicious with scratch-made marinara sauce, creamy mozzarella cheese, and no preservatives. It's high in protein with 30 grams per serving. Marie Callender's, what having it all tastes like.
Hi, I'm Rob Stachini, and I'm a certified civil trial attorney at GMS Law. In 1971, Harry Goldenberg and Ken Mackler formed a partnership with the goal to provide quality legal services to Atlantic County. It's our belief that the client comes first, all the time, every time.
Make the right call to GMS Law with 4 convenient locations to better serve you. Atlantic City, Northfield, Rio Grande, and Vineland. Call us at 609-344-7131 or visit us online at gmslaw.com.
Hey, it's Pete reminding you Chickies and Petes gift cards are the gift that always fits and always gets returned. All holiday season long, buy a $50 Chickies and Petes gift card and get a $10 Chickies and Petes bonus card. Then follow our socials for the days of Chickies and Petes double bonus days. Get 2 $10 bonus cards for every $50 you spend. Year after year, the gift that always fits and always gets returned, gift cards from Chickies and Petes.
Chickies and Petes reminds you it's a wonderful life.
The last thing I remember, I was outside Chickies and Petes.
Of course, George. Chickies and Petes is Philadelphia's most decorated and award-winning restaurant.
I give each of the kids a Chickies and Petes gift card. It's the gift that always fits.
It's almost as good as getting your wing.
Yeah, that's right, Clarence. You can get your wings at Chickies, and crab fries and lobster pizza and a hot beef sandwich.
You see, George, it really is a wonderful place, this Chickies and Petes.
We have the perfect solution for sitting in traffic.
You come with me.
The Sports Bash with Mike Gill on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Oh, it is. It is the most wonderful time of the year. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill. Pete G on side producing. Cheap Seats, Pete.
Another power ranking song.
Up there.
All the songs today have been really the top-notch power rankings.
Oh, yeah. DJ Josh on the ones and twos back at the studio.
We did miss Last Christmas by Wham.
It's all right.
Yeah, I didn't. I was going to play that at one point, but then I decided to go with the Little John Christmas song.
You know what? I give you a failing grade on that one. I didn't need to hear Little John. I didn't need to hear Little John Christmas.
I love that one. It's just so abrasive. I love it.
You guys are listening to the Sports Bash with Mike Gill, Nick Earnshaw in for him. And, you know, we had a text board question today. It is Festivus in honor of Frank Costanza, December 23rd.
No bagel, no bagel.
Hope you put up your poll today, Pete.
I did.
Nice. No. Nice.
Hold on, Nick.
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're going to hear about it.
Oh, we've heard about them all day long. You've texted them in. Pete's given his. I'll give you mine before we get back to the text board and we get out of here. You know, it's funny. I was coming into today with the entire career of Ben Simmons being my grievance. The entire career was my grievance. And then we had, on top of that, him today become a professional fisherman.
And team owner.
Thank you, Josh. Josh had it on the Nugget segment today. It was his jerky. And I was going to go into the day with this anyway. You have the playoff failure in Atlanta, the whole saga following that playoff failure, his whole entire Sixer career, the lack of shooting, the way they babied Ben Simmons, the LSU documentary, all of it's a culmination into one big grievance. Ben Simmons, you are my grievance. I don't care that you're a professional fisherman. I mean, it's a joke You had every avenue to be great. You had everything handed to you. And guess what? You threw it away to become a fisherman. And I think you might even be shooting with the wrong hand. You might have been shooting with the wrong hand. I saw some tweets about that today, the way he throws his pole out into the ocean and tries to fish. He's now a professional fisherman. This guy went from number 1 overall pick to professional fisherman, and he's only 29 years of age. My biggest grievance in Philly sports history.
At the end of the day, maybe he just wasn't built for the NBA.
Oh, give me a break. He had every
shooting jump shots,
opportunity to be great. Every opportunity. Got sent here to play basketball in high school. Went to LSU for a year. Knew one of the coaches. Was drafted number 1 overall. And now he's a professional fisherman. Give me a break. Get out of here. In honor of Frank Costanza, Ben Simmons is my grievance. All right, let's get to the text board. So we have Mojo from EHT. He chimes in. I guess this could be a grievance here, a Tampa fan. So if Tampa gets eliminated, is that considered a collapse like the Eagles in 2023?
Has to be. I don't know what their record was before, they started to fall off a cliff.
Well, just losing 6 out of 7
games.
They
lost 6
you
to 7.
You had a commanding lead in the division. That's answer enough.
Yep. All right. George in Galloway, he's got a few grievances on the text board, 609-403-0973. You might be on to something, Nick, with March for Arch. His grievances are Patriots cheated. McNabb was possibly playing while hungover. The butterfly effect of McNabb-T.O. relationship. I was 12 at the time and missed out on the magic of a championship run while I was still a kid. The Patriots got away with it. They were cheating. Georgia Galloway. Thanks, George.
McNabb had too much eggnog before
had
the
too
Super
much
Bowl.
eggnog on Festivus. How about that? All right. Josh heading back to the studio. Killed it as always. Always appreciate him. Pete G on site producing. Appreciate you, Pete. Happy Festivus and happy holidays
Festivus
to you. I'll probably see you next week, both of you and Josh as well. I am Nick Earnshaw, filling in for Mike Gill today. I'll be back on the 29th and 30th, filling in once again. Hope you enjoyed the show. I hope everyone out there has a great holiday, a great Festivus. Enjoy it. Go Birds, go Sixers, and go Flyers. Sixers play tonight. They play the Nets. I will talk to you all very, very soon. Peace.
It's Sixers Nets tonight on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the Sixers, Tom McGinnis, calling